Let's go. Hello, welcome
Hey.
everybody. Hi, you're unmuted, so hi.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
So today we have Nick joining us and we have Snoozy joining us. For the first time, we unfortunately, as I said, Caitlin is moving to the Call of Cthulhu show, so she'll actually be there tomorrow when we do our character creation. But we have Nick and Snoozy today with our Pathfinder, A Guard's Tale. So all excitement, it's all happening. And just for more added stress, today's show is called Meet the Press, because what could possibly go wrong? Of course.
Hey.
You're going to be the person who leads the press conference, right?
Yesterday I was playing Evil Genius 2, and they had like the Spin Doctor, and like in their training they've got all the photographers and everything, and they're like talking to them all as they're training. So today you get to have that.
Unfortunately, our people person retired.
So,
We had a people person.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Adra.
Yeah, the closest to a people person.
I think the only reason why Deirdre would be a people person is because she gave everyone cupcakes. That's about it.
Cupcakes are real good.
I can do that.
And apparently invented donuts.
Well, that's right. They didn't have them anywhere in all of Galarian until Deidre invented them.
We kind of skipped over, but it was mentioned.
Yeah.
It's a very important invention right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal.
So today's episode, as I said, it's going to be it's called Meet the Press. You can help out our players by donating to the channel. It also helps out the channel. Every $1 per 100 bits that you donate helps the players by giving them a hero point. Those hero points or hero coins can give that person a reroll. And it can also give them a chance to just monologue if they want. Or they can...
Always good.
Yeah, it never gets used, but yes, you can monologue.
I might have to take you up on that. We'll see.
Or the most useful version is to essentially just how can I put it? Save your ass when you're going down and when you're dying. I just realized that I've had something which I thought was a new addition, but I had something there. It's like, no, I just stuffed up. Anyway, so I've got to change the overlay, which allows like the whole vision of the chat field, but then covers it, and I'm like, that's where I hide stuff, and that's where I hide like what's coming up, and I just realized that it's showing.
Oh no!
Right.
Ooh.
So
Maybe that's not good.
no, maybe it's not good. So I'll have to probably change that while people are doing the introductions, but I can do that. That's no big problem. I'm like, that was a really good idea, and then just realized it's not. So that's the introduction. That's the donation system. If you also subscribe, everybody gets a hero point, and if you gift subscribe, everybody gets 2 hero points. And so when you do get them for those new players, I will tell you how much you have or when you get them, and also it's advisable to kind of use them. That way you have more chances to get more back, and also if you have all those backups, well, you can get a bit more risky, and that's why they're there. And the more risky you are, the more entertaining you are. So it kind of pays for themselves in a way. In the background, we also have our Syrinscape, because Syrinscape does amazing audio. So check them out at syrinscape.com. They are not a sponsor, but they're pretty cool.
They are cool.
And I think that's about it. We'll do our introductions. Polly, if you want to start, while I'll change.
Yes,
the
I do want to start. Hello, it's me. I'm Polly. I'm back. And Sherain is back, right? And so yeah, we're gonna rogue it up. We were undercover for the Female Assassins Guild of Absalon, whatever it's called. We killed a bunch, well, we didn't kill. We pretended that we were going to kill a bunch of people, and then we snuck them off in the darkness of night. But now I'm back to show off what I did and all my new cool gear. I have a nightstick that is etched with runes. I got a magic nightstick, everybody.
Nice.
So, yeah, right. And I have a cool skirt, and I'm good to go, right?
Ready.
Right.
Ready.
So I might need to change like what you're doing because so in your expedition, in your undercover work, you're actually on the run.
I am nice. Okay, that's fine. Well, that is not a surprise. I could easily work that into the same story.
Yes. So not just thank you, Neurocroc, for the
Yeah,
for the
thank
gift
you.
subscription. So Polly, you actually are a member of the channel again.
I know, it's great.
So everybody,
Yeah, I noticed. I saw the commercial today. I was like, oh, and now it's
everybody starts at 1, and now you've got at least 3 hero points. That is top of the
Yeah.
sheet. Game Reaper, you are currently on 5, and
Yeah.
Chibi, you are totally maxed out. Anyway,
I had 3 on my character sheet. So, yeah, that would be maxing it out anyway.
yeah, you're totally maxed out. And so Nick, you've now got 3, and Snoozy, you've got 3.
Maximum power.
Because that's the whole thing.
Unlimited power.
Not unlimited. You're still quite limited.
Limited power.
Quite limited power.
Yeah, that's the way we do it. So yes, you weren't just on the run, but you're on the run from an assassin's guild. So that may or may not come into the play at some point in the future.
I like that. I like it.
Because the Garrot
I'm
sisters,
Oh yeah.
they're a whole thing in itself. But remember, you've got a Garrot as
That's
a part
right.
of
I
that.
do. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of I have a weapon that's kind of useful, kind of not useful, which is great. It's just paid for by being on the run from a whole entire Assassin's Guild.
Was that your like, souvenir from your little undercover thing?
Yeah,
That
right.
was the souvenir.
Look at this.
Instead of
Now,
getting a collectible mug.
well, I got one of those too, but I lost it.
I was part of an Assassin's Guild, and all I got was this stupid T-shirt.
Well,
Oh, I was about to say that.
Well, that was the thing. She
Oh.
thought she was going to be undercover from an Assassin's Guild, but no, she was undercover undercover on the run with one of the assassins, which is also being chased by the Assassin's Guild. So it kind of flopped a little bit, but
Yeah. Why? That just makes me question. Why was the undercover Sharon? Why was she hired or recruited?
Well, because I got it. Well, I don't know, Karsh, do you have an answer to that? 'Cause if
Why
not,
was she
I'll make one up
recruited-
right on the spot?
why was she recruited to the Edgewatch Guard, or why was she recruited?
Why was she
into-
recruited to be on the run?
Okay, well, she was recruited to get into undercover work for the Assassin's Guild, but that's not how it played out because she had that connection with the Grot sister, made in the dreaming, not the dreaming place, but the
Yeah, remember
undercover
that nightclub or whatever? That was super cool. Yeah.
But
I wanted to say purgatory.
Well, Purgatory is, I believe, where they
One of the
met.
rooms.
But the case, not the dreaming place. I've got it here somewhere. The house. I've got to remember where it is. What's it called? The House of something. The House of the Plains. There we go. House of the Plains.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I went to hell, or I wanted to.
Where you met Cash Hamish, who you thought you were going undercover to get in, with her to then get into the Assassin's Guild, but no one actually knew that she's actually on the run from the Assassin's Guild, and you found out that the reason why she's on the run from the Assassin's Guild is because she missed a target, and one of her victims, one of her targets, she didn't kill, so her Assassin's Guild, former employers are trying to kill her. And now you. And
Because
the
you're
reason,
associated.
because now you're an associate.
Yeah, my new buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
You know how to pick them.
just to add to that, the reason why she didn't kill the target, because the target went into a murder hotel and didn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh.
At
That-
least they didn't come out the way they went in.
Well, there may have been some skin left over, but we've already gone through that.
Actually, I've heard nastier Assassin's Guild in this setting.
There's probably quite a few Assassin's Guilds actually. So that's what's happened in your downtime or when you haven't been around. Game Reaper.
Hey, I'm Game Reaper from Gathering of Nerds. Check us out sometime. And I am playing Ezarek, the Kobold Investigator.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Chibi.
Guys, I'm Chibi, and I am playing Tayla, our resident catfolk cleric who just tries her best to keep everyone alive. And I've learned a new thing, and I'm gonna be like excited to show it to the rest of the group and stuff because I think it's really important.
Right.
Ezarek has also been practicing stuff behind the scenes.
Sounds so devious. It sounds like an awkward 16-year-old moment with a locked door and parents knocking, going, "What's going on there? What are you going on there? What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
But we'll move across from that. Nick.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick. I'm from Nothing Special. I am playing the tough guy halfling, Ardsnap McElrose, a halfling on a mission for justice.
And I am totally going to use that Nothing Special as a show name at some point, because that sounds really cool.
Too
Yeah,
late.
right, I thought it was-
I was
Copyrighted.
going to ask, is that nothingspecial.net? Nothingspecial.org?
Nothing special on anything.
Twitch.tv/nothingspecial.
I'm looking at doing a superhero comic book game at some point, and that's a perfect name for that. Nothing Special, because I know
There you
no
go.
heroics has been taken.
So just bring it all back when the money starts flowing in. Just make it down here on Nick.
No. So Snoozy.
That's me.
It is. Would you like to do your intro?
Hello, I'm Snoozy. Of world-renowned Snoozy Games on YouTube, kind of, maybe, if we get around to it. And I am playing a rat folk. Oh, wait. No, I'm reclaiming that term. I'm reclaiming the term rat folk. And I am newly transferred. I don't know any of y'all yet, but I know that I am a ranger, that I have both a familiar and an animal companion. And my catchphrase when joining the guards was, "You want us? You got us. 2 rats and a bat. Buy 1, get 2 for free. 2 rats and a bat." That's my thing.
Okay. So we. I'm just like. So today we open our scene, like all the bank robbery happened. To everybody in the city, it was stopped by you. Well, actually, it was stopped by the coin guard. At least that's what the reporters are saying. Because it happened in the coin guard's district, so that's what they think. That's what everyone assumes, that the bank robbery was stopped by the local guard. Although all the people were taken back to Edgewatch because it was Edgewatch that did all the legwork, and of course coin guard got all the fame. Back in Edgewatch Guard quarters, you have let Tayla do all the paperwork for you for the investigation because, of course, you have. Sherain is back. You've had the farewell for Deirdre Stormchaser, and you're brought back into the guardhouse, into the captain's office. The captain, who I'm not even going to bring back his name because you just keep on insulting him.
Cappy.
So-
Good to see you, buddy. Hey, so this really big lady in armor just walked by me. She gave me this pamphlet. I don't know if you want it or anything.
Oh God, no more pamphlets.
I don't really have any interest in this kind of stuff, but there you
No,
go, Cap.
she's
You
been
got a new
shipped
mission
out.
for me?
We're bringing it back to the squad. We've got a new addition to the squad. Apparently they've done well. Well, they failed, but then again, so did you. So hey, it's about par
Yeah,
and
I didn't
par.
have anything to do with that. I'm nothing but success lately. Check out my chart or whatever they call my stuff.
A chart?
My record where I got my commendation for my sweet undercover work. I'm sure that's in there somewhere. Or you know what? It's probably in the paperwork.
Are we all in this office, or is it just Sherain and the captain for the moment?
No, this is Sherain just lying to the captain right in front of him.
Are
no, I
we
fully
there? Are
believe
the
it.
rest of us there? Or
Yes,
oh, we are. Okay.
everybody except Nick, but yes. Yeah, sure. So, anyway, with Deirdre retiring, something about knees, I don't know. We have a new recruit. Well, not a new recruit, but a transfer in. We've got Lolo coming in from. Oh, Lolo, would you like to explain where you're coming in from?
Yes, hello. I'm Lolo. I am transferring in from the place where I was last. And it's lovely to meet all of you. And I hope to prove myself as a competent guards person.
Oh, believe me, you don't have to prove yourself to be competent with this group. If you are competent, you will shine.
Well,
Sorry,
then I
Ezarek.
hope to outshine all of you soon enough. That's a joke.
Look at the new rat over here, huh? Talking big. It's all right.
Tayla's
Hey.
ears are perking forward, and when you said that you transferred in from the vague last place, her eyes instantly started to widen, and she's like, "Oh, you can't say. I totally know what that means. That is okay. Welcome to our group."
Thank you. Thank you.
Taylor, that's postguard of all trades. Postguard.
Yeah.
No, there's no
That's
conspiracy
what they
theory.
say. Yeah.
There's
that's-
no conspiracy theory.
I don't know. It sounds a little shady to me, rookie. I'd look into it if I were you.
But they can do so much things there.
Yeah, it's not so great.
Are you
It's not
sure?
so great.
I mean, it's just a job. I do guard stuff. I get paid for it. That's about it. If you want the details.
She
Before
will.
that, lived in the sewers. I could tell you more about that. If you express any interest in additional information about the sewers.
Yeah, I very much know growing up in the sewers.
Right on.
You neighbors?
Maybe.
I've lived under the coins.
Okay. Fellow sewer baby.
I've lived under a lot of things. The coins ain't one of them.
You can't tell me what conspiracy theories Tayla can and can't have.
Anyway,
It's fine.
so we're still interrogating. We're still trying to get the information of where these bank robbers' hideout is. These copper hand thieves, like they will talk, but they're trying to be more than what they seem to be. So we'll get them out of them soon. Rest up. We do have a request for an interview, which it's a bit weird.
Tell the press that I don't have the time. I got a job to do here. I'll speak to them later.
That's okay. They're not asking for you.
I don't know about you, Cap. You're still all senile or whatever. You gotta pull it together.
I think
I'm back.
they're coming to ask about the robbery.
So Reginald Vascar, Game Reaper,
Van Kaskakin.
That's one. Van Kaskakin. He runs the Eyes of Absalon. He wants to interview you all. Sherain, you can be there if you want. Actually, probably best you to be there so you can understand what your squad mates have been up to over the recent days.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm real interested. I hope they tell me everything.
So, unfortunately, the Coin Guard have been taking credit for everything, and they haven't been correcting the press. So this is the only press that's actually asked about you guys. So if you could correct them and kind of pass on what happened and see if, like, just claim some of the fame for yourselves, and of course for the Edgewatch Guard, because it's good for the city to know that even from like the Eyes of Absalon that we're doing something out there in the city, and not just in the Precipice Quarter. So he should be contacting you this afternoon or tonight. Again, just be nice, if you can, if that's possible. Don't be yourselves. Be guardsmen. Just don't be yourselves if that's possible.
Well,
but we are guardsmen.
Yes.
You want us to pretend we're undercover and we're other guardsmen?
yeah, I was about to say that. That's my specialty, being someone else.
Pretend you're elite guardsmen.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
That's a pretty tall order, Cap.
I know it's a very, very tall order.
Okay, how about you guys follow my lead then?
Okay, Cappy, just one more thing. Somebody, just in case somebody like comes around, you know, a shady character, not my friends from the other guards, somebody that you might not think is on the up and up asking for me, send him to Deidre's house. You got the address, right? Tell him I'm over there.
Yeah, I've had some complaints.
I'm staying there. That's where I am. So just pass along that information. You know, like I'm connected with these
Are you still
underworld people.
sending assassins to Daedra's house?
They're you know,
Prostitutes?
that's a hard way to put it. You know, I wouldn't put it that way. I'd say
Ladies
it's
of negotiable affection. Is that a better way?
Working girl.
Double affection would be more accurate, really.
What's negotiable?
Well, hey. She doesn't know I'm going to stay there yet, but I'm going to. I just, you know, I got to have a forwarding address. I'm staying in these barracks, and come on now, look at me. I'm so glamorous now. I don't need to stay in the barracks. I'm going to stay in a house. In fact, you can come get me there whenever you want. I'll be there, Cap. So if you ever need me for a special mission, you can find me there too.
Anyway, so Reginald will be in contact throughout the day at some point. Get rested up, get healed up if you've got any injuries. I'm sure everyone can be taken care of in the medical section, and then we'll have word, maybe hopefully, of where to start looking for this headquarters of the Copperhand Thieves. And then we'll see what we have, okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only people that were injured were Razor and Daedra. So
that kind of helps my situation, paperwork and all. We transferred Razor out. Apparently, they wanted him back as a champion of the puddles, and they wanted to promote him, etc. And train the other guards. Oh my God, God help them. They are so much trouble right now. If Razor's going to be training them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their guards barracks is going to turn into another church.
From what I hear, that could be an improvement. He wasn't
I
really...
didn't fully get to teach Razor how to use doors, because I noticed that the muckruckers don't really have a lot of doors, or they don't really know how to use them. It seemed to be a common thing there. I didn't really get to teach them how.
Wasn't his shield... Don't muckruckers use, like, doors for shields?
Exactly.
So they do.
So they don't know how to. They don't know how to use them in buildings.
Oh, okay. Well, that's on them. That's if they get funding or not. Anyway, later on during the day, you are approached by. The best way of putting him is a slimy individual. Like the group is approached by a slime individual, well dressed, but not overly so, and very much in the current fashions of the city. A hat, a little bowler cap hat, and mustache, neat beard, with a little bit of like a point down to the bottom. It has writing equipment and pads and whatnot, and says, "So my name is Reginald from Eyes of Absalon, and I've been told that you will be speaking to me today. Can we go to another room to sit down and discuss some of the things that have been happening?"
Yes, we were told that you would be coming. Sure. We can take you to...
Have a meeting room? Someone for dignitaries?
do we know if there's like a meeting room or anything in the barracks?
You can find a place. There's not really anything.
Yeah. I think the best place would probably be an interrogation room that's just not in
Yes.
use.
Give them a full experience of the guardhouse.
Why don't you take us to we'll take it to our press interview room. We're right here. By the way, buddy, great drip. You look good. Solid.
An interrogation
skirt?
room. Okay.
Get like the really bright light and shine it in his face.
Yeah.
The
Bring it
lantern.
back and forth.
So you're taken to an interrogation room. Not really what I was expecting, but it is what it is. So please,
it's a private room, so...
privacy is key. We do have some personal questions. So firstly, what's your favorite Sunday?
What the hell kind of reporter is this?
Just checking. Okay, so it's been reported in other newspapers that the Coin Guard were all responsible for the recent stopping of a bank robbery. I did a little bit more investigation than they did, and it seems that everything ties back to Edgewatch, and it seems that it ties back to you. So what would you like to say about this?
What are you
Okay.
insinuating?
Yeah, well, with some things beginning to quiet over at the Precipice Quarter following one of the previous cases.
A previous case? In which case would that be?
This is not important for this interview, but
But everything goes into context. It's all about the lead of investigation, so everything is in context. We need to give a background information
connected.
for our readers. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
All connected.
all right, we were charged with investigating disappearances in the quarter. We solved the case, but with things quieting in the district, we were sent to the coins as their guard were spread then to investigate rumors of the upcoming robbery.
So how did you solve this previous case? These disappearances?
We solved the case by finding the... Unfortunately, this case is still a bit ongoing, a bit.
An ongoing case which you solved? How does that work out?
Not important.
Again, context. Everything is
Hey,
important.
You just said not important.
This...
Clean out your ears.
Yeah, we cannot discuss this case at the moment.
Okay, if you...
I think what Ezarek is trying to say is that we followed all the correct procedures in gathering evidence and putting the clues together. Ezarek is really, really intelligent at being able to spot things and connect them. And we were able to take it to the place that was involved in that case that we were discussing. And we were able to determine who was involved.
See? What else do you need to know?
And so, So, like, I do have some follow-up questions, but firstly, it's Tayla, isn't it?
Yes. Also, I'm a very big fan of your work. I like reading it every time a new issue comes out. Such really good theories and stuff that you guys discuss in there is great.
So please, so are you able to tell me, are you willing to, so firstly, how did the Methuselah brothers concoction taste like, and are you willing to take it now that it's hitting the streets?
I'm really curious as to how you even knew their names.
I'm a reporter, of course I know everything. But
Can I get you to
you're just
sign
deflecting.
By the way, I've got your latest issue here. She's going to dig in her pouch, and then she's going to slam like her law books on the table that she always carries around with her, and then she's going to open it up and pull out one of the little pamphlets of Eyes of Absalom that she uses as like a bookmark, and she's going to say, "Could you sign this for me, please?"
Damn, it's great to be back with you guys.
The latest issue, one of the latest issues, is actually about the Dreaming Place. Is that the one you wanted to sign?
Is that? See,
Yeah,
Karsh,
the
this
Murder
is good.
Hotel.
So if you tell me this before that I read them, and then you're trying to spring this on me, me as a player, not cool, because Tayla would know about it.
Sorry. It's not just that, but he has other issues. But yes. But yeah, I've only just I just thought that'd be something that your player would know. But he does have other bits and pieces. But yes, I was sure to sign it. But you're still deflecting. So
I've been told that deflecting during press conferences is totally something that guard should do. It's actually written in this like later chapter regarding how to deal with the press. She's like,
never mind, keep going. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Screw this guy.
All we can tell you at the moment is that although the hotel was taken down, we have found new evidence that is pointing to further issues that we have to look into discreetly.
Yes, undercover works very well, doesn't it? I'm sure it really does when you I believe you confronted Mr. German Huff. That would have been very brave for an undercover agent, would it not be? Especially in his own venue.
I don't like.
We had to follow any leads that we had.
I'm sure you did. I'm sorry that I couldn't name you in the recent fire, but I was just told that a bunch of rookies were the ones that did the case, and no names were released. So I'm sorry I couldn't put your names to that recent article.
That's fine. We have plenty of time to make names for ourselves.
Yes, and that's why we're trying to do this. A bank robbery, which you stopped. That's amazing work.
Yes. Part of our responsibilities for this case was to identify the location of the robbery, which after following several leads, we did, identify the location. We informed the Coins Guard that the Penny and
Penny and the Sphinx?
Yeah, the Penny and Sphinx was going to be robbed during the parade, but largely it was up to us to stop the robbery.
So you even you told the Coin Guard that this is the target, and yet they gave it to you to do all the work. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you want me to say? To put the buck on them to pass. Is that what you want me to say?
All I can say is that we informed the Coins Guard that was the most likely place of the robbery, but we were the ones that were directly involved in stopping it.
Okay, so blaming them for the interaction, but also claiming all the reward. I can do that. I understand that way of doing things.
If I may say something, I
Yes.
was not involved in this particular excursion or apprehension or investigation, but I believe all of these fine guards on this squad are more concerned with the intra-guard respect, which their actions and decisiveness and proactive decisive choices led to much the end of potential loss of life. I don't believe they are concerned with
Blaming them?
the public perception of their deeds. Those of us within the guard are well aware of what they've done and what they've accomplished, which is why I chose to request a transfer to their squad after hearing of the great work they've recently done. And not to tell you how to do your job, but you can write whatever you want about where to give the credit. I think these people are I think within the guard, everyone knows where the credit is supposed to be.
Well, that
Very
might be
detailed reports.
that was well said. It just seems the coin guard are trying to. Well, I believe I'm the only person that actually has tracked you down. That you're actually involved. The coin guard are just. Other publications. I was just assuming that it happened on the coin guard's watch, and therefore they did everything. And the coin guard are not actually stopping that type of talk. So that's why I've come to you. But if you're saying that you want me to actually say that they did the work and you're just there on the day, I can do that too. I just thought it'd be interesting to at least come and speak to the people that actually did the work.
Yeah. Well, we're just telling you the part that we played. The Coins Guard did provide the initial leads, which we investigated and were able to piece together the location of the robbery and time.
Interesting.
And, yeah.
Interesting. So just a little bit. So Sherain, I believe it is.
Yes.
You
Mr.
weren't
Reporter.
you weren't with this either. That's correct.
Yeah,
You weren't there
yeah.
either.
No, I was not there. But if you're interested in a story of excellent police work,
Always
I'd
interested.
be happy to. Oh yeah, well,
So how is Cass? What is she up to?
Cass. Oh no. So here's the deal. I don't really like you, buddy.
That's
I think we're
okay.
done here. Like your newspaper, I've stole it from my neighbor every morning, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to steal
That's
my
on
other
you.
neighbor's paper. That's your competition. I'm not reading your crap anymore.
That's on you. I don't mind that.
Are you sure you wanted to admit that to him?
What I was supporting the whatever the paper you're right for. It's great. I read it every day, but I'm not reading it.
So are you going to tell me this other story, like this of excellent policing?
Oh yeah, so maybe you've heard of the women's murder cartel. I think that's the name. I can't really remember. Well, there is one, and I infiltrated it, and I took it down. and they reassigned me back here because I cleared out all the crime. All of the crime.
That's not what
Sherain
I hear.
Alban. That's me, Sherain.
What I hear is that the assassin who came in with a group, the group of guardsmen who were Edgewatch Guards, they came into, let's just say, a particular nightclub, befriended a few people,
Yeah.
and has then gone undercover with one of those people, and it hasn't turned out as possibly as well as they thought. But that's of course what I hear.
Sounds like a tough break, but you don't know my skills. You must be thinking of somebody else. There's this cop Deidre that you could be talking about. I mean, I could give you her address if you want to go interview her.
That.
I think you're talking about her.
That could be. I'm always open for new ideas.
Yeah.
But is this the same address which Molly Crimson keeps on sending people to?
You know what?
Molly Crimson?
You know what? Forget that. I don't want to help you at all. I don't like your tone.
Oh, I thought my tone was perfectly professional.
My commendation is right here. Look. And I pull out like a piece of paper and it just has Sherain like in crayon. Good job, me. Nah.
This is going as well as I
expected.
assumed. Yeah.
Yes. Totally following Ezarek's lead. So let's see. The bank robbery. So do you know how much was stopped? How much was recovered? Or did they even get into the vaults?
We can't say much, considering that we are still trying to investigate the group involved in the robbery.
Okay, tight-lipped. I understand. So you don't know if you're not going to say if they actually got in or not. But what about the body found in the vault floor? Can you say anything on that?
We won't disclose this for respect to the father. If the father would like to reveal
stepfather, I believe, but
yeah. Well, if the stepfather would like to reveal information about this, you can contact him. But out of respect to him, we won't discuss this first.
Interesting. What about reports of a mechanical device that did the lock picking?
What?
Have you got any comment on that?
What now? Lockpick device?
Not.
Okay,
we'll talk.
There.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later.
Okay. Why didn't somebody give it to me?
A magical mechanical creature, which was recently stolen. We believe.
God, somebody always gets to that stuff before I do. What's with this? I mean, that's terrible.
To say that we would like to answer as many questions as we could, but as Ezarek has said, we are still in the middle of trying to apprehend the criminals at large. So if we reveal such information to you and how we got that information, it could impact our sources.
Exactly. Well, I understand that. I do understand. I'm just trying to get to the root of the information, trying to get all the accurate information in the story.
Yeah.
As opposed to what the other newspapers are doing.
Yeah, we can give you information about the robbery that took place, but we can't give you information about what we know about the.
Okay. So, how did you know that the robbery was taking place? Where were you where the robbery took place?
Okay.
Instead of that, what can you tell me about the people seen fleeing the side of the damaged building after the robbery, with large bags and crates.
We cannot say anything about that, as that relates to the ongoing investigation.
Okay, I understand. Yes, again, the ongoing and the speculation that the bank robbery actually wasn't stopped, but just the distraction was stopped.
Hey,
Can you comment on that?
if my partners say it was stopped, right? That's kind of what we're telling them, right? It stopped. So I see you got a little pad of paper and a pencil there. I want you to take this down. Number one, crime stopped by the Crime Stoppers. 2, Sherain Alban is a great cop, not a criminal.
That's not how you introduce yourself.
No further questions.
That's not how you introduce yourself back in the House of Plains.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah,
why I was undercover, right?
I've noticed
open and honest here.
Whenever Sherain is undercover, she says, "I'm not a cop," and whenever Sherain is being a cop, she's like, "I'm not a criminal."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I try to throw people off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that comes from my training. That's years of training.
And believe me, on the night that you came to the House of Plains, I would have loved for you to go into heaven and confess your sins and just see what comes out.
Oh God, that would take a long time.
I know, but it would have been so entertaining. So entertaining.
Did you just threaten her life?
Yeah.
Esther,
No, I did not threaten life. I just...
You just wished that she had gone to heaven?
Oh,
It's-
that's right. You wanted
This,
so
yeah, we'll talk about it later.
your new friends here went to a nightclub of sorts, which has different themed rooms, one of which was called Heaven. And part of going to heaven is to confess your sins. And I was just waiting to see if you were. You're very much the talk of the group, of the night. Not everybody saw through your disguises. You're the confusing one that kept on giving people headaches. Using magical disguises to hide who you are is very annoying in a criminal underworld den. But
That doesn't sound like me.
no, the little one, Ezarek.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's good, right? He's good, and that's why we're top cops.
Yeah.
Top cops.
Well, anyway, but I think I've got enough information for at least to better inform the population. Tayla, is it? The Methuselah brothers, if you want free samples, I'm sure they're willing to offer.
I'm trying to pick if I knew who you were when you were in there, when we weren't in there.
What?
Recall?
Yeah. Secret recall?
Yeah, I can do a secret recall.
I'm just sitting there like this now.
So what would it be on to? Society? Legal law?
I
Or
think the
perception?
closest, perception or society, maybe? I don't know.
I'll go off perception because perception's high of the ones. Okay. And I can say this even with a 29, no.
Okay. Because I was going to say, like, I know when you were I remember when you were describing it, there were all those other people who were in the rooms that we kind of didn't look at too closely. And there were definitely some fancy looking folk in there sitting at the long table next to the Methuselah brother room, as well as where Sherain was.
Yeah, he definitely pretty much said that he was there that night.
Yeah.
But he was certainly there.
You know an awful lot, reporter. For a reporter.
So Tayla's like, I'm not interested in trying any more of their things, because what I was doing there was just part of trying to gain their trust and get more information out of them.
And expand your mind with that information, I'm sure.
I'm really, I can highly commend you on your own undercover abilities, sir.
You've got to mix with certain circles, unfortunately, to get the information. And Heaven is certainly a nice place to get that information.
I mean, I've
Do
actually
you see
been
a
back
lot of
couple
people go
times.
into the heaven room?
From time to time, it's got a nice tranquil setting compared to the others there.
I've got a season pass of the House of Plains. Place is great.
Will they even let you in the front door anymore?
I don't think you'll be able to get into the front door, but I don't know how you got into the back, how you got in the first place. So you've got good luck with that one. But maybe another time I might meet you there.
All right.
Although I'm not getting you a ticket. That's on you.
I don't need, you know what? My ticket is my good looks and my rep.
This face is my ticket.
And little Yosoki, if you'd like to come to the House of Plains, I'm sure we can invite you one time. Again,
Oh yeah, we should
might
go.
have the entrance for your own. I'm not buying tickets. I'm not going to risk my reputation on people I don't really know that well. But if you show up and I'm there, maybe get you some drinks. You can find me at Heaven.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
I do, actually.
Can I ask them anyway?
You can ask. Whether I answer, I very much doubt it.
Because I want to try to use, like, I have, what you call it? Where is it? So I do have the hobnobber skill.
Nice.
So I'm
Okay.
skilled at learning information through conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I'm just going to try and see, like, asking some questions about obviously knowing that he's been in that bar and
Mhm.
obviously seeing us, and he's got connections in the underworld. Has he known any people who've recently come into a large influx of money who might also frequent said bar that could get us a lead into some more copper
Mhm.
hands?
So, want me to do a secret roll?
I suppose it would be a secret.
Well, you don't know exactly, so I think it might have to be a secret.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a gather information
Yeah.
is basically just
And where's that? That's a... What did it go off? Society?
gather
it-
information is specifically diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. There we go.
I am an
And yes.
expert in diplomacy.
You
Yeah.
are.
Okay, yeah. Gather information is a secret check.
And it's against his DC, is it?
It's the same DC as a. I don't know what you're doing. Basically, you gather information is recall knowledge, but
Okay.
using diplomacy instead
Okay.
of.
So, you get the impression that if he did actually know something, it'll be on the next release of his newspaper.
How often does that
Um,
newspaper get released?
Periodically.
Hey,
So it gets released when there's stories
it
to
is
be
a
released.
periodical.
It's not really a regular thing.
It's not a
um,
weekly or a fortnightly. It's just
It just gets released when it is.
Yeah.
And it's not like a highbrow, but it gets released from time to
okay.
time. You do get the impression that from the hobnobbery that he actually may be from a higher class than he's pretending to be. But
Okay.
if he is, he hides it very well. Just some of the words he puts in every now and then just seem to be above his station.
Sound fancy talk. Fancy talk. So, hey, Tayla,
Yeah.
watch this. Watch this. I learned this in the Assassin's Guild. Has he put away his notepad into his little baggie yet?
Yes.
All right, there we go. So, like, I reach down and I try to take it out because then he won't be able to report on anything, and I could write new stuff in there.
Christ.
I'm gonna take it out and write Sherain rocks,
Do
and then I'll slip it back in.
are you actually? So that's two rolls.
Okay.
You're going to be pickpocketing him first. Then
All right,
we'll see how
thievery.
that works. So is that a secret? No, it's okay.
Bam, I
You
get
take it out.
Oh, nice.
How are you writing in Sherain rocks? You're in front of him.
Oh well. Okay. Okay.
Under
so
the table?
It's right. under the table, or I throw out like a Sherain distraction. Like I whip out my dagger and just throw it into the wall. And then I scroll down. Sherain is the best cop, and she rocks by. And I put it back.
Okay.
Deception.
That'll be deception.
Yeah, that's.
Now,
which sounds about right. Rolling a 2. I'm taking the 2, not the plus 14 to that roll. I'm just taking the 2 with the deception. So as you go and throw something at the wall, he looks at the wall, then looks back at you with his notebook, and you're scribbling Sherain rocks on his notebook. Saying,
Yeah.
Can I have my notes back, please?
What? Oh, this is yours.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I thought this was my notepad. I write a lot. Here you go. I wrote some additional information for you to print in your newspaper.
You write Sherain rocks on your own notepad.
Positive reinforcement is important.
That's right.
Why does that not
That's
surprise
right. It's
me?
affirmations. By the way, you see me throw that knife?
That rocks.
That's why it did rock, right? That's why I'm a good cop. Not
Hold on while I
a
do
criminal.
my mantras.
Not a criminal. That's
Nope.
right.
No,
So-
I never steal anything.
So when I do the bio, when I do the story about your recent escapades,
I'd call it that.
well,
Eh,
I'll make sure that we have Sherain Alban, is it? Not a
absolutely.
criminal.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Not a criminal.
excuse her. Well, she's good at what she does, but
I'm sorry for party rocking.
I will point out that Sherain is fantastic at undercover work and was actually recently used to test our own knowledge on such work.
See,
Right.
what else you need to know, buddy?
I think I've got enough for several stories. Well, this is startings of
Yeah.
several stories, but enough for the bank one. Although I don't know why you're hiding the fact that the bank robbery happened. We'll have to figure out that one. Maybe you're hiding ineptitude. I don't know.
What? There's no way. I mean, come on now. You want me to throw this knife again? I'll show you.
I mean, if the coin guard
Are you
saying
threatening
that
the
they were
press?
I was going to say, like, if the coin guard are saying that they did so much of the work and are taking the credit for it, what did they say when you asked them about the people who were carrying out crates and bags? Because they were totally on top of everything.
See, that's the thing. They didn't seem to know any details of the robbery. And that's why I started digging further and found out about your investigation in the area and about the other banks. And that's what led me to you.
we did as much as we could, but with just 4 people instead of the recommendation to the coins guard. We can only do so much.
Well, open and shut case, it sounds like.
Yes, except for there's a robbery, which everyone's saying that it wasn't a robbery. So we'll see how this story ends up.
Can I just add that sometimes if you're trying to catch a big fish, sometimes you have to let them think that they got away with the bait.
That's true. That could be.
So I'm so sorry that our investigations are still in progress, sir.
That's right. You got to tell this guy.
Still in progress.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
And you're totally not lying to the press. So we'll see how this goes. Have a good day, and I'm sure we'll be keeping an eye on you.
I'm gonna try to trip him as he walks out.
Again, not even threatening the press. This time assaulting the press.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God, was my foot there? I'm real sorry. I mean, but they're cool boots, right? They're knee highs.
Sherain cannot be contained.
Yes, they are very cool boots.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you got all the information you need.
And I'm sure to pass on your details to the Garrott sisters if I ever meet them. Have a good day.
God, He got me.
God, there's going to be a hit piece in that.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
There's gonna be
I
a
already-
couple of hit
Literally,
pieces.
a literal hit
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah, it's just like for the next 10 issues, there's just going to be a section dedicated to Sherain.
And
We're gonna have like an interview with those like the people underneath. Like when we first went in to that restaurant, the bar, and we ran into those smugglers. And Sherain was all like, "I'm not a cop." We're gonna have like one of those like interviews with them where their eyes are like blacked out and stuff. Yeah, we totally met that person underground and stuff, and they were telling us they weren't a cop.
yeah. Documentary style.
So he just as a bit of backstory, he was in the House of Plains. He was
Yeah.
in for that night. He's in the heaven, and in heaven, you actually stand on a pedestal and confess your sins, which is a zone of truth, which you cannot lie. It was actually one of the rooms which you didn't go into, unfortunately. So that could have been so much more interesting if you were just telling things. But that happened.
Well, I think we handled that interview pretty well. I mean,
No, you didn't.
really.
Totally didn't. But we'll see how that ends up.
That's
So
right.
later in the day, so the next morning, the word comes out, called into the captain's office, or called into essentially Sergeant Olo approaches you. Says, we have a location. It's a bit sketchy at the moment, but we have a location for the hideout from a few of the people. It's not local, so we're going to need to approach the other, like another unit, and so get some gear together, and you're going to be going over to the foreign quarter.
Okay.
So go to the foreign quarter, and it seems that
They got great food there.
Captain Melidra. God, I can't do this. So, by the way, my eye isn't working right now, so reading's
no.
really hard.
Which
Pronunciation's
one, Captain
also hard.
Melly?
I'll put it in chat so someone else can help me pronounce it, because I can't read what it actually is. It's a
Holy
blur.
Meliptra.
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 Meliptra,
Yeah.
I think.
There we go, Meliptra. Captain Meliptra of the foreign quarter wants to meet any group which wants to do work in his area. So you're going to have to go over to Utter Home and introduce yourselves and get his permission to continue the investigation into these Copperhand thieves, and possibly even get his support if it's possible. So good luck, and please don't be yourselves and be a bit like better maybe than yourselves.
everybody-
Oh, we totally
that
did that
to
the other
us.
day. It was fine.
Yeah, okay. I dread what's coming out on those rags, on the sheets. I don't know why the captain lets you speak to the press is a whole different thing.
Well,
Yeah, I wouldn't buy any papers.
we said
so
nothing
bad.
but the truth. Well, most of us did.
We all
Which-
did.
Which truth? That's the problem. That's the problem.
Now you're getting all metaphysical on us.
Yeah, I've seen that rhetorical question there, Cappy.
So we then move to the other side of the city, to the Utter Home. Utter Home is in the Foreign District. The Foreign District is a busy district. It's actually known for having a very effective and efficient, but small city guard. They are the elite of the elite. Most of them are skilled combatants. There's something about them actually training in the gladiatorial pits as a way of showing their prowess. A quiet order lies like a thick blanket across the muted bustling of the Sleepless Sun's headquarters, Utter Home. Each of the uniformed officers with a focused purpose, quickly and efficiency, processing prisoners, filing paperwork, and performing other routine tasks. Greetings! From the captain's voice is surprisingly melodramatic. Sorry, surprisingly light and melodic. Consider his barrel-chested build. I must say, I'm quite thrilled to be meeting such a famous Edgewatch agents. Please, come in. And we need to actually hear about what you're doing. I hear that you want to actually work with us and maybe take some glory away from our good name. Maybe something can be introduced with that.
Yeah. We'd like to. With our previous investigation, the ones responsible, we have recently heard that they are based in your district.
A previous investigation? What investigation is this?
That would be the robbery that recently occurred.
That was the coin guard.
Yes.
You mean you're with the coin guard or with Edgewatch?
No, we are with Edgewatch. We were lent out to assist with the investigation in the coins.
Ah, I see. And they took all the glory. I think we might be able to work with something along them lines. So we would have to have a liaison, of course. We have a young, well, not so young recruit who fits in a little bit here, but might fit in working with other groups and getting some different training, so to speak. Ardsnap, can you please come in and we've got some work for you.
The office door is kicked in as Ardsnap enters the room in all 3 feet of his glory.
I said, doesn't really fit in with the efficiency and the discipline around here, but perhaps you could find a use.
You called for Ardsnap, Chief.
Yes, Ardsnap, settle down, calm, breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, meditative focus is very important. You've got to realign your ki and your aura.
You're allowed to breathe in again.
Remember my mantra. Remember my mantra.
Like this guy, all right?
And what was that mantra? Was it remember your mantra? I believe it was. We need to work on these things. We've spoken to you about this. We need, but either way, these young officers from Edgewatch have been undercover, working with other districts. They're responsible for the recent bank robbery.
You robbed a bank?
For stopping the recent bank robbery, I should add.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Stopping the recent bank
That's right,
robbery.
stopping.
Yes.
You've heard the bank robbery in the coin district. Well, the coin district had got all the fame for these people's work, and we might need that here. You see, I've got a meeting coming up with the Under Council, and it's apparently we're too efficient. Is apparently a thing that's happening. We don't really have much organized crime here, but if you say that there's an organized crime in here, then perhaps we can get some of the credit and maybe use that from the council for some better funding. I mean, I've been working in this beat for 40 years, so we try to have a sense of discipline.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, discipline.
Yeah.
Yes,
After all, I guess with the lack of funding, you had to request the aid of the talented officers at the Edgewatch Guard.
If that's what you wish to put in, then yes, I can reluctantly sign that off. All we're asking is if you just any prisoners that you have, or we can process them here, or paperwork, or
Paperwork is mine.
Why do you look at me when you say prisoners?
Sorry, what was that?
You look like a criminal.
Hey, that's just my edge, right? That's my style. And I look like a complete criminal. Look at it.
Right. So, but like any evidence or something, we can do the processing here, just so we get something to do. We haven't really had much funding to increase our numbers, and it's just been a whole thing. Yeah, it's. But anyway, so we. So do you know where this group is?
Yeah, we where exactly did we know this is?
You kind of know a street name, but not much more.
Okay. We know that their hideout is located at, and we'll just give the street name.
I'm trying to find it, but again, eyes not working.
Oh, okay.
Ardsnap knows
Reading.
all the streets. There's no need to worry. He can guide you anywhere in the foreign quarter.
Yeah.
See, there we go. Ardsnap. He's going to be the driver. Ardsnap, it's great to meet you. I'm Sherain Alban, #1 top cop, not a criminal. It's nice to meet you.
You look still like a criminal.
That's
I get that
her,
a lot.
That's her talent. Her talent lies in undercover work.
You
Right.
look like a lizard.
I
no.
am a lizard.
I Ardsnap, kobold. We don't try to offend other races or other foreigners in our district. We need to. We've gone through this.
But
before.
I like lizards.
But what are they called?
Kobolds?
Thank you, Ardsnap. Again, not doesn't always fit in, and we'll need some polishing of the edges, but might fit in well with you. Apparently likes lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had someone similar previously.
Another transfer, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's uncanny actually.
Maybe. We do have. So the location you're talking about, we've had reports of like petty thievery in the area, an area that's primarily visited or like resided by I can't read. Try again. Let's chat for you.
Fudrons?
Fudrons.
Yeah.
Petty thievery, huh?
Basically, Fudrons are the setting's Indian ethnicity. Yeah.
So there's the street we should talk about. There's some petty theft we believe in the area. We haven't been able to point out where. Perhaps that could be linked to your issue. It's a street with very narrow buildings, that all kind of put together. Perhaps perhaps we could try to figure out where it is to help you, and narrow down exactly which door to knock on. Although I wouldn't recommend knocking on I wouldn't recommend going in on uniforms.
We have been out of uniform before.
Yes, perhaps a stealthy approach, maybe tactical. If they've just tactical, stealthy.
You called the right cop. By the way, I have 100% alibi against those petty thievery. I haven't done any of that in the foreign quarter lately.
But you have in other quarters?
No, I'm not a criminal. I'm sorry, I forgot to explain to you. I'm a police officer dedicated to the law and justice, and I'm not a criminal.
Justice.
That's right, buddy. You got it. That's me. Sherain and justice, they're the same word, basically. You probably read about me in the paper.
I doubt it.
Ardsnap doesn't have time to read.
Or file
Having
paperwork.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. It really is uncanny.
Yeah, right.
Deeper voice, maybe. So
You
yes.
happen to worship Iomade?
Ardsnap doesn't have time for priests.
Not even the goddess of justice.
Ooh.
There
You better look
is
into that shit, huh?
only the guard.
See, I should have saved that pamphlet for you, buddy.
To be honest, I was trying to transfer him to the Ardent Quarter. To the Ardent Court. Their guard are like all atheists. They can't believe in religion to keep neutral against all the religions. We're trying, but
Tayla shudders a bit, like, oh.
are you religious? Are you?
Holds up her holy symbol of Eristil.
Well, it's not a bad thing. It's just when you're a unit which are in a district which have a lot of priests and a lot of religions, then you have to be neutral. So they've spent a long time making sure that the entire force is non-religious. That way, they can be seen as neutral, and people can't be seen as, oh, you're following this religion and you're against us and blah. So they've spent a long time doing that.
Understand.
Justice is blind.
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot wrong with that statement.
A lot.
Religion is super cringe, eh? I agree.
But if
Sorry, I didn't say it.
we can try narrowing down your focus, so to make sure if we get to your right building, I'll speak to the other officers that know the area, know the street a little bit better, and we'll get you a building location. Is there anything we can help you with? Any other support?
Well, we'll have a look at the location and we'll get back to you. So I think we might need to do a bit of shopping.
Shopping is something you can do. We are the foreign quarter, so more interesting imports are in our area than you'd find in the coins. Exotic, of course.
We can go to my family shop. They work here.
Oh,
You're from
Hey,
the
rookie.
Yeah,
You're from the
I was
area.
gonna say it before, but thank you very much for your hard work in keeping the foreign quarter safe, because this is where my family lives and does their business. So your work is keeping them safe too.
what exactly is their business?
There you go.
Imports. So
Justice is its own reward.
Our family runs a place called the Trading Paw, and my mom is the one who runs the place. Her title is Coin Bringer. She's really successful at what she does.
Maybe I'll come take a look at the shop one of these days. It doesn't have to be open. Don't worry about it. I can check it out anyway.
I
I'd
would love
rather.
to visit that your family's shop. Nothing is more important than family.
I know, right? It's why I decided to join the city guard, because it's like, this is where my family calls home, and I do what I can to keep home safe, and that kind of extends to all of Absalom. It's a very big home when you think of it that way, though.
Family is important. I agree with that as well. I actually came to the city with my sister many years ago. Unfortunately, I stuck around in the guard, and she went off to find adventure and found a Pathfinder Society guild. So we all have our separations sometimes, but family very important.
I hope you still keep in touch with your sister.
It's been many years, I'll admit that, but
Oh,
at least after I defeated her in battle, that we still traveled together. We're still friends.
well, that's good.
So it's a ritual thing, a part of our monasteries. It's a whole cultural thing. Don't worry about that. But
Okay.
perhaps if you do well today, that or if you do well in this current assignment, that I might even train you in some different techniques in combat.
Oh.
Techniques, huh?
The chief is really strong.
I mean,
It's not Ardsnap. It's not about strength. It's about training, discipline, and focus.
Yeah, I mean.
But he can punch a board in half. It's really cool.
If only he
Sounds
knew.
cool to me.
Anyway.
Tayla looks down at her paw that's still missing two toes. It's like,
That would be really hard.
Wow, you still haven't got that fixed, huh?
No, it's very
Oh,
expensive.
God.
No.
If we do visit my family, I haven't told them yet.
Oh no.
What
That's gonna
happened
be
there?
awkward.
A ghoul ate my finger beans.
A ghoul ate your finger. Now this is a story. Please tell. He
Oh,
seems to
so-
settle back down.
Well, we're just going to go. We were going through the underground bit in the cemetery and stuff, and we happened to find some ghouls. And they're like kind of. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just full of malice, and they just want to eat stuff. And one of them happened to just get my hand in its mouth, and it just chomped them straight off.
Freaking ghouls, right?
And-
Am I right?
You didn't just
What
reach in and
dick
grab them back
move.
out?
I tried, but it already swallowed them.
That's a good point. That's probably you didn't want. They did an infection even if you had them attached from the original source. That could have been. That could have been very bad infection. Would it be necrotic? I believe it would.
There were other bad kind of infections you could get from down there, so we found out. But that's okay. And then she'll just look at Sherain.
See, that's
Yeah.
actually
I got
another
that treated.
story. Oh,
Yeah.
please tell.
Ardsnap
How did you know
kinda,
about that?
Gives a side eye and then steps a
Yeah.
little further away.
Yeah, well, in case you noticed the sharp teeth and the fact that she can't grow hair anymore.
Doctor.
Oh,
clear
she
that
not
shit.
grow hair anymore.
Oh, the teeth. The teeth. No, well, okay. I mean, this is not real hair, but it is. I mean, it's glued on there pretty good. So looks
One
nice.
way to
huh?
use magic glue.
That's
Keep
right.
your wig on.
The last time I saw teeth like that was from, I believe, either a tiefling or were-tiger. That's a set of incisors you have there.
Makes it easy to eat. I'll tell you that. And
What happens if you
believe
bite your own tongue, though?
that happens. It hurts. It puffs up like a fucking, like red tomato, bleeds. But, it's fine. It's cool.
Interesting.
I'm really
uh,
good at my stuff is good. I'm fine. Thank you for your concern.
Perhaps if you disciplined yourself, you could create an entire fighting style over biting people.
Well, I have considered it. So, in the pursuit of justice, sometimes you gotta take a bite out of crime.
Or
Ah,
headbutt them.
I can't believe I said that. Sherain is embarrassed immediately.
Is she?
Like,
Is
oh
she
my
really?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Come on now, you're supposed to be cool. Sorry about that. I'm not usually like this. It's my day back on the job.
Totally
I'm
not,
usually a very serious cop.
totally not cool. So after a little bit of after a conversation, and he's quite interested in any story you have of your past, of your adventures. He'll ask and he'll get some details, and he's quite entertained by adventures and stories of adventure. He seems to have been stuck in this position for quite a while, although he's seen to be he's the captain, he seems quite elite. He seems to be drawn to any adventure or anything that's outrageous and storied. He can provide you with an address, and from that, building in, Varat. Oh my god, my eyes. My eyes are not working. A neighborhood in the foreign quarter is probably the best way I could put it. You can walk past it ununiformed, and you can spot out that it is a 4-story building, and it's a tenement building where there's or a terrace building where there's multiple buildings all pushed up against each other. So it's all the buildings are pushed up against each other. There's a front door, and it's 4 stories up.
Okay.
So this might be the time where I climb up this wall, huh?
In daylight.
Not just yet. Are there any other entrances?
So I'm assuming everyone is not dressed in guard uniform, because that would be
No.
bad. And the rat familiar is already in play, flying around, I believe. Is that right? Or Snoozy?
Huh?
Are you saying that the rat familiar is going to go walking around for finding other entrances, or?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think I accidentally
You did click it. That's why I was like, oh, it's up
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I was thinking I might send my familiar out to scurry around.
Okay.
Oh, rat.
So your familiar goes out scurrying around. Can rats climb? They can, can't they? They can climb
Yeah.
very
A
well.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So the rat goes around. It comes back with two pieces of information. One is that around the back there's an open window on the first floor, but there's a bad smell coming from it. The second information is around the front, and it like points with its nose around the front. On the third floor, there's two open windows with an even worse smell coming from them. And you can look up and there's like on the third floor. There's a very large open window, on the right hand side. There's a smaller window there's a very large window which is closed, a smaller window, and then two smaller windows off to the side, which are the ones he's like pointing at from where the smell is coming from. And when a rat says that the smell is bad, that's an indication of just how bad the smell is. Otherwise,
I'm guessing she can smell it from here, though.
with the long snout, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
I could use my sense of smell to determine creature location, and double the range if I'm downwind.
Well, you're not really downwind, but it's like that there is an acrid sewer smell coming from those windows at the front. Actually, wait, no, that's at the back.
So acrid sewer smell from the back windows?
Yes. So three
they
stories
have-
up, there's like windows at the back which is smelly, and also on the first floor, window at the back is smelly.
So
Well, there's nothing wrong with the sewer smell. That's not a bad smell.
Specifically, a sewer smell. So
That's
do
a
they have
normal
like
smell.
a tunnel into the sewers or something?
3 floors up.
I don't know why you guys are like worried about this.
You
I can
said
just climb
that
up.
there was the smell at the first floor.
Oh, at the first floor, it's a different smell. It's there's a rottingness to it. Rotting, also maybe some spices, and it's kind of really weird mix.
Does it
Is there-
smell like any food that I've had in this area before?
Well, do you have smell abilities?
No. You're
Smell ability?
Yes, that's the thing. Well, you do, because I believe you do with your.
Yeah.
You've got and I think Tayla also has sense
I
of
do.
smell.
I have hunting cat folk.
Yeah.
So, since I kind of grew up in this area, do I have any sort of
Oh, there's
someone got
spices. There's
that
foreign
food
spices.
and it's gone off?
But it's like the wrong mix of spices, and the meat in there as well. Like it smells like a really bad stew, like really bad. And looking at the window, because this is only just like as a casual passing, because you can't. I'm assuming you're not standing in one spot. Like as a casual passing, there's an open window at the back, but it has grates to it.
Great.
So do I see any way to climb? I mean, I am, while everybody's talking and thinking, I'm looking for a place to climb, like maybe a pipe or something.
We can use this opportunity to have a closer look and pose as concerned citizens, because apparently it smells like a dead body and rotting food.
I didn't say dead body, just bad food.
Okay.
Badly.
Smells like a used shoe and like a sewer, both of which are neutral at worst and good at best. It's a free shoe.
We can arrest them for scent offenses.
That I don't think.
I don't know, what do
Whoever
you think
wants
about
to go
Tayla?
to the third floor probably can, and my familiar will scout the room on the first floor.
Okay.
Ardsnap thinks we should all just go in through the first floor.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea either, but
I don't think we should be raiding this place yet.
I mean, just go and knock on the door.
Yeah, Scott, I'm curious. Ezarek's just going to look through that first floor window where the smell is.
Okay. Can I? Oh, I get to do the perception checks. That's right. Didn't get everyone loaded up on the sheets. Ezarek.
So the first floor window with the smells coming out of it of rotted food and spices was at the back of the building and it has a grate over it.
So they're both at the back. They're both at the back, first floor. And I can tell you this, as Ezarek, you look in, it's a kitchen, and the food is bad. Like whatever they're stewing, the meat's probably not good, and the spice is just overpowering to try to cover the fact that the meat's probably not good. That in itself is just the initial perception. And with an actual perception roll, you notice that the bars itself are quite heavily rotted, and you could probably just take them out if you need to sneak into there. For yourself and for yourself and Lolo, you could probably easily get in and out. Yeah. The others could be a little bit of a tight squeeze, though.
Well,
okay.
I don't plan on going in on the first floor.
Okay, so just going to walk away from there and just go. Okay, well, I definitely wouldn't recommend eating there.
Done. I can smell that garbage from here.
Yeah. And
It doesn't smell that bad.
And as for the third floor, you did say that you're sending your rat to check out the smell. What that is there. Your rat describes. Well, actually, you do your perception through his role, I believe. Is it a he or she? What's your rat's called?
What is my rat? My rat is called Bobo.
Bobo. Okay, I'm just taking your sheet for a moment. Okay. So.
Okay. Just having a look. Oh. Okay. Its perception is equal to your level plus your spellcasting ability modifier. If you don't have one, use charisma.
I've just done a roll and it's so your rat climbs up the wall. It's a rat. No one really takes notice. No one cares. It climbs up the wall.
It's a very handsome rat as well.
Oh,
of course.
And it enters through the curtained windows, and it looks around, then comes back and reports 3 buckets. There's a thin room with 3 buckets on the floor that smell like sewer.
Smell like sewer, Bobo?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
what part of sewer?
The
toilet? Sewer?
Toilet.
Yeah.
Toilet. Okay.
Okay, so
that's
pots.
And in one, there's something.
Like what?
Well, I think there's something in all 3.
Yeah.
Well, there's something in all 3, but there's something you want in one.
Oh.
Shiny.
Is she talking to this rat?
Shiny.
Is this rat talking to her? That's weird.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty neat.
Thank you, Bobo. Crawl back into my hair.
Okay.
I wish I had a rat to talk to sometimes.
Well, we do have a rat we can talk to.
Oh, yeah.
Snap just talks to himself.
You can talk to me. I don't mind.
So we were just talking about how I'm going to climb this wall, right? I'm going to go into the top third floor.
It is
Why
daylight.
would you do that?
It is daytime.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a door. And Ardsnap points at the door.
Yeah,
There's a door at
have
the
it your
front.
way.
Why don't we just go in from the back and climb up?
Yeah. Let's just. So yeah, let's just have a final look and. Yeah, just going to have a last look around the building, see if he finds anything, anything interesting.
So you have a final look around, front and back. There's nothing really to notice. There's what seems to be a fireplace at the back, like a chimney that goes at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need climbing, that's a possibility. But it's not near what you believe to be the latrines.
Yeah.
The back is certainly less populated than the front.
Okay.
It's a small alley. You kind of need to go around the block to then find to get to it. The front has a single door, 2 large windows which are curtained over, and looks quite nondescript, like everything else in this row of houses. So
Are we told what sort of building it is? Like, is it actually just a home, or is it
I
apartments?
think it's a tenement, isn't it?
it's just like one of many buildings that are like squashed together, and it's like 4 stories high, which is about pretty much all the other buildings in the row of houses. So it's just like you don't know what it is.
Is this residential? Is this do people go in? Is it like a restaurant, a hotel?
Are you sticking around and just like observing?
Well, I mean, I would have thought this is something that we would have, like, if the captain was like saying they know the streets and Ardsnap knows the area, it's like, would they know?
I'm going to do a social roll for you.
Just for her, or
Just because she's the one. So sorry, not social. You don't really know what it is in the area.
Yeah. The problem is I don't think the entire building is the hideout. The hideout is somewhere hidden inside the building. Is what
why
I'm
don't
thinking.
we just go in though?
Yeah, you know what? I'm
We-
with him. Ardsnap, that's your name, right? I mean, hey.
Yeah,
let's
we
be
can't just alert them that we're onto them. We need to know exactly where they're hiding.
Well, this is why I was asking what type of building it is, because as far as we can tell, there's only one front door to get in. That leads me to think it's like some kind of apartment building where there's only one entryway, but then it's filled with all the different apartments that belong to other people. So people going in and out through the front door shouldn't be an issue, because they might just be people who are going to their apartments. That's why, like, knowing the type of building it is will mean whether going through the front door is plausible or not. If this is all one building that belongs to one person or an establishment, that's when you start thinking, okay, going through the front door might just really give us away because only one person owns it. That's why I needed to know, like, what is this building? What is its business?
Okay. I think
if there's only one kitchen and there's only one area for the latrines, I feel like this is probably a unified establishment that is controlled by a single group or person.
Listen, I don't know how things work in your guys' district, but here things can be pretty simple, and I like things simple. I say I just walk up to the front door and see if it's unlocked. If it's unlocked, I go in. If someone asks me a question, I just say I wanted to know what this building was. If they don't ask me any questions, good.
Hey, so you all keep talking. I'm gonna go grab some tacos down the street or something.
Okay. I think.
Don't steal those tacos.
I think the best bet for us is to try and sneak in during the night, and Ezarek will let them know about the loose bars at the window in the alley. We should be able to sneak in that way, and we can try and subtly find the hideout.
Does
Okay,
that
listen.
mean that it's taco time until nightfall?
It's whatever prep time, I guess.
I
I
come
think
back
you're
with this
really
full
weird.
box. Here you go. Here's one for you. One for you. Meanwhile, you see somebody like coming out, looking around for the for like whoever. Where did you go, thief? Here's some more
I
taco.
think you're really weird, but the chief did say I should learn from you, and I
Whoops.
guess just sitting here eating tacos is learning.
Yeah. I mean,
That's tactics. That's
So-
tactic.
As you're waiting, as you're waiting for nighttime to fall, I'm assuming you're not waiting out in front of the front door,
Yeah,
but also
Uh,
keeping an eye on the place.
yeah.
So I'll give you some more information because you're doing a stakeout, assuming. Some people do come in. They look like they're very downtrodden people. They look like maybe even dock workers or factory workers. Look like people that are really, really exhausted. And they just walk straight into the front door.
there you go.
Mm.
Ardsnap. Just follow them right in.
Huh?
Make a lot of noise while you're there, and then
But also people without
Oh, yeah.
weapons and people without armor, etc.
Oh. Okay.
And we're in street clothes right now, so I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
it's like
So
Ardsnap's
looking
not wearing
around us,
something.
who would be the best at blending in?
when do I get to break into
Right.
this place?
Well,
Are
okay.
they
On the
They're all
subject,
humans going in.
It's pretty much humans, yes.
Okay.
Foreign quarter is is not just like race, but more just that's like foreign areas, like foreign countries, more than anything. So, like, yeah.
Okay.
Sherain and like Ezarek were asking about going around the back and sneaking in potentially. Since it
Yeah.
wasn't a narrow alleyway, did we check if there are any other buildings that have windows facing towards the back? Like any potential witnesses for when we're doing our break-in?
Just like the other windows on this building, they're all curtained. So, if they see you, they'd have to be actively looking. But
I've
other
seen
than
enough
that,
sniper movies to see them,
Yeah.
doing the little like peek through.
you don't think the
I
like if
don't
anyone
think,
cares like
I
or-
don't think
Okay.
I don't think
all
there's
of these
people watching
here
24/7.
value their privacy and would prefer to just
Yeah.
stay to themselves.
Right, and don't
Yeah,
worry, I
so-
pull my thieves tools
Conspiracy
out.
theorist Tayla is saying that, if this is their hideout, they would have people in opposite buildings keeping an eye on their back doors so they could give warning to the people inside if they see something sus happening.
Okay.
Right?
but they don't have a back
Lucky.
door.
Hold on.
That we know of.
Didn't Razor give you the that ring?
I already have my own ring of discretion.
She bought her own one.
Oh, then what happened to the one that Razor gave?
It went to Deidre.
Which
Uh,
Deidre could have then given to Ezarek if
I
you
didn't
don't
even
have
say
one.
that.
Because we were meant to like loot Deidre's stuff.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I guess.
I love
The
this.
one thing we didn't clarify
Yeah.
was what Razor did with that sword that could show size.
Yeah. Also,
So,
I think
who wants
Razor
a
had that
sword?
belt.
The belt of lifting. There's also the sword which changes size.
Yeah, right. Some
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
So from dagger to short sword to long sword to great sword, just depending on what you need at the situation.
right.
Speaking of which, in certain quarters, the Edgewatch quarter, that is, daggers are legal to have on your person. Long swords or short swords or things like that, you have to have them piece bonded. So you actually have to like wired in so you can't draw them. This is a weapon which can be a dagger, a long sword, a short sword, at will. So there.
Perfect.
Totally no
That's nice.
criminal allegations there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Yeah. So
I think we're
what
going to take a break.
Yeah.
We'll have 10-minute break for everybody to actually get a plan. And then we get to enact that plan, as bad as it is.
Yeah.
Because
10-minute plan and go.
yeah,
A great plan.
we'll be back soon. Stick around. Thank you everyone for being in, watching. I'm sorry for some of the reading stuff. As I kind of little hinted at, I can't read right now. My eye isn't working. One of my eyes isn't working normally, and the other one seems to be not wanting to work. So it's a bit weird. So we'll be back soon, and we'll see how bad this plan is. See you soon. Bye. And here we go. Hi, welcome back in.
Hey.
We're back. Just some very last minutes. Not used to having a 10 minutes fixed break, especially when they're planning for everything and looking up stuff as well. Because that's always a thing when we're always learning a new system. So, what is the plan?
Yeah. So I think we agreed that Ezarek and Lolo will be going in the sewers. Sherain and Marcus, which is Lolo's rat familiar, will be having a look inside, and Ardsnap and Tayla will look from outside, see if anything happens.
Do you have a call sign for if something goes wrong? Call seemed to work last time, but you know.
Go wrong.
Scream
That's
really
what I was
loud.
going to suggest. Perfect.
Yeah. Or we
What
could
was
just
that thing
say
again?
taco.
In a way that we can hear. You have to yell really
Oh,
loud.
yeah. Tacos! Get your
Taco
tacos
Tuesday.
here!
It is Tuesday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, at least in
All right.
Australia. Okay. So we have Sherain going in the front door. We have
I'm ready to go.
Lolo and Ezarek into the sewers. We'll do the sewers first.
Okay.
Actually, what's happening with Tayla and Ardsnap? Where are you going to be?
I think personally we should probably just be right outside the front door, like just hanging out on the street corner.
I was gonna say, is there a cafe off the opposite corner, or a restaurant, anything that we could just politely stay at?
There's no real places to do surveillance or just to be casual about. And you've been casual throughout the day. I've just let that slide for. But now you think about night times, there's not really any place
The
to.
taco cart's gone.
Yeah. Well,
Is there an alley on the other side, maybe, or should we go around the back?
This isn't nighttime yet. This is us scoping out the place before night.
Is there an alley or a side street, on the opposite facing this building, that we could just probably hunker down in?
Nope.
No.
Time
mean-
to go.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I'd
could
say
just
we just-
lean against the a wall or something and just have a fake conversation or something.
Yeah, that's what I think
Evening,
we should do,
yeah.
is just hang out near we're malingerers. We don't have anything better to do. We don't have jobs. We're just
there.
Yeah.
Millennials.
basically.
Standing there in the corner with our little tablet phone. Just going, did you see this thing?
Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're just grudgingly staring at people who stare at us.
People watching.
So, we'll go to the sewers first.
Yeah.
How good do you know the sewers?
Oh, like the back of my hand.
Fantastic. Can I
Probably
get some
better.
navigation checks?
Oh,
as you enter the sewers to try to then
Okay.
find your way through to go back
Yeah,
because you're not going to
this-
have a
yeah,
great
this would
run
be
front.
survival.
I have Warren Navigator, where I'm particularly good at solving mazes and navigating twists and
Oh,
turns.
that's funny.
specifically for sewers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like it's a rat in a maze.
Sense direction or attempt to roll against a maze spell. I get 1 degree of success better than rolled.
Yeah.
And I don't take a penalty to sense direction when I lack a compass. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a
Okay,
few bonuses.
Yeah.
So just do your roll and we'll figure out.
Okay, just survival.
Yep.
Just click it. Yep.
Yep.
Beep.
Okay. So
Boing.
you get 1 ability higher because you've got that second one. So this will be a critical success. Navigating. So you're going into the sewers and you start going, okay, so this is where we are, let's go this way. And you start directing Ezarek through the sewers, having absolute certainty of where you're going. Dead end. Okay. Go back around. You start going around. Dead end. And, and just, you keep on, every time you go back to the direction, there seems to be like, this street doesn't have plumbing. This building doesn't have a basement, doesn't have plumbing. There's nothing that goes, there's nothing that's connected to it.
Yeah, the entire time Ezarek's just looking for secret doors and stuff.
Secret doors. You see everything. You see secrets. Nothing.
Okay.
This is a strange building. Every building should be connected to something.
That definitely points this at being the right place, because that means that there is something hidden under the building.
That's not the impression that you get. You just get the impression that there's just no sewers connected to it. There's no basement. It's just a building.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just not connected to
so
anything.
we are able to get to underneath the building.
Yes, but it's more of a case of there's no pipes that go up to the building. It's not connected to the sewers.
Right.
There's no connection at all.
There's no like water connection.
No
there's
water
no,
connection.
Like,
There's
gas connection. There's no sewer connection.
Gas connection. Call Cthulhu. This is Pathfinder too.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Sorry, I'm just calling out of the two systems.
Yeah. Okay. So
There's no gas connection. No.
Do we see any way to enter the building from underneath?
No, you don't. It's not connected to anything.
Okay, so
which means that if it's not connected to anything in the city through the normal civic infrastructure,
those buckets get thrown out the window.
Okay.
Then there's something else in there, perhaps supernatural.
Yeah, this building was very cheaply built up, and it looks like there's no basement or anything, so if anything, we'll have to check the different rooms.
Okay, so you do that during the day, and you come back out smelling, but you come back out, you're fine. And you can report that without it being simultaneous. Again, the critical success kind of helps with that. The front door approach. This is
hot damn, Sherain's turn. Hey, so any of you guys want to come with me or what? I know you're trying to be low key, but low key you want to hang with Sherain and go in the front door. If it's locked, don't worry. I got my search warrant right here. Take out the thieves' tools.
I feel like I should arrest you.
Oh, you're funny, right? You're funny. Okay, all right, okay. Well, I'll see you later. And I just go right up to the front door.
Yeah, you got Marcus with you, obviously.
Who? Marcus.
Rat.
Oh, this.
Big rat.
All right. Okay. Well, come on, Mark. Let's go.
Are you giving your familiar the ability to speak common?
Sure.
Yeah,
I think I can give it 2 abilities a day. That'll be one of its abilities for today.
Yeah, so Marcus can just speak common to you and just understand you.
Holy, that rat speaks common. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Sorry,
today
Dad.
he does.
I'm sorry, Marcus, sir. I just thought you were a regular rat. Hey, so here's what I just want you to like stay back and watch and learn. You got that, Mark? Yes? All right,
should-
excellent. I like you already. So I just walk right up to the front door.
This can only go badly.
And I reach out and I just try to open it. And
You
does it
open the front door.
I almost kicked it in, but
Congratulations.
I got talked to about that. So
I'm sure by
I
many
just opened
people.
this door. And so I'm gonna sneak in very quietly.
I just put things on the GM layer so you can't see things, that's all.
Well, I'm gonna sneak in very quietly. Now
No.
the problem,
As I said, I just put things in the top layer so you can't see them. Now you should be able to see them.
Oh, let's
Wait,
see.
I can see
What
them.
am I looking for?
Oh wait, sorry. Wrong map. I need to put you on a map, don't I?
Yes,
just
we
see
don't
the
see.
big-
We
I
see the
have
city.
the long map.
I know.
I see the entire city.
I can't blame my eyes in this one.
Oh,
There you go.
exciting!
There you
What's
All right, well, so I go right in then.
So-
Yeah, you can send Marcus a little ways ahead of you to scout if you want.
I already forgot there was a rat with me.
So either way,
He's a very, very handsome rat. He's
Terrific
beautiful.
rat. Terrific
Um,
rat, but
that
sometimes
helps
I gotta.
you remember he's there. He's an extremely attractive rat.
the flimsy wooden floor to ceiling partitions that jut out of the dirt give this decrepit gathering room an L shape. Thick hempen ropes are hooked on the room's outermost walls, and are tied off in vertical support beams. Blaring-eyed dockhands and street workers drape their torsos over the ropes to rest their labor-worn bodies, heavy with exhaustion.
Hmm.
The proprietor, Lerny, approaches you. Have you had a rough day at work? Would you like to sleep on the line and take a load off your feet for an hour? Just a couple an hour.
Absolutely. Hello, fellow ruffian. It is I, Sherain Storm.
I am not a ruffian. I am a perfectly legitimate businessman.
Of course. Well, I am Sherain Stormchaser, and I'm here to sleep in one of your beds, like you said, right? An hour, that's all I get?
A couple an hour. That's how it works.
Well, I want the best room in the house.
This is the room to the house.
I just scored a big score because I'm a hardened criminal, and I want to spend it here at this skeevy-looking motel, flophouse-looking place, which I always spend time in.
I think it's a
She
cheesy-
just
That is
busted
just-
in and arrested
just like-
everybody.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing as what you just said then. So, no, this is the best house. This is the best room in the house. We
Oh,
offer
all right.
a copper an hour on the lines.
Well, I'll take 2 hours. How about that?
2 hours and 2 copper and
2 hours, yeah. Two copper. Boop, I fling it out. It flips over, and it lands on tails.
pick a line and good luck.
Now, do you have any restrooms in your fine, clearly great establishment here?
No, I'm
Sometime-
sorry. This is all we've got.
All right. Well, is there a tour of the place you might want to give me? Because I'm real interested in perhaps suggesting this to some of my roguish friends.
So as you say that, one of the dock workers seems to fall off the lines. So when I say lines, they're actually lines. They're roped up and they're supported and they're actually hanging off them asleep.
I mean, it looks comfortable.
So
I was
sad. That
This
is so sad.
this is how DOS houses used to make money. This is
I mean,
a
I
DOS
could-
house. One
I
of
was
the
hoping they at least had hammocks. I thought
No,
you were
no,
just
no.
trying to say really cheap hammocks.
No, not even on hammocks. They are on a piece of
Oh,
thick
no.
hempen rope. They are essentially their arms all over it, and they've wrapped their arms over, and they are asleep. One of the individuals actually slips off in their sleep, and in their sleep they end up knocking something, like they end up knocking maybe their head or their body onto a metal pipe on the inside of the wall.
I mean, I've slept in way worse than this. This is going to be comfortable if I end up just sleeping here. I mean, I should probably tell them I'm staying here, but I don't know. I'm going to try out the sleeping conditions. I'm going to see if these ropes are as good as they look.
Is there access to that pipe from the room?
The pipe.
Would Marcus fit in that pipe?
Ooh.
The pipe seems to run upwards. And if Marcus goes near it and starts investigating, goes off. We worked out the perception, didn't we? Let's do a d20 with an additive. When Marcus goes near it, doesn't connect to anything. Like it goes up, but it doesn't go down. It's as if it's like a pipe that goes into the ground, but it doesn't actually go into the ground. It's like just a hollow pipe, metal pipe.
All right. Maybe he can just climb up and see what's there.
Outside, can I have a perception check, please?
Yes.
We'll do this open as well, which is rare, by the way. From Tayla and Ardsnap.
Perceive.
Great.
Wow.
We got a 31 and a 2.
Ardsnap is really interested in his feet.
And Taylor, being the conspiracy theorist, of course, sees a curtain, like just above, or not just above it, like maybe second floor, on this side of the building, just part open, and like just see like you can't see an individual, but you can just see that like you feel that someone's looking out on the street. And that's after hearing a noise from inside.
What was the noise from Sorry, who made a noise? Did I miss that?
Just a loud clang on maybe a metal pipe.
Oh. Okay.
This can never go right, can it, Sherain?
It's going to be great. Is it my turn yet?
Tayla is going to send a message, because I don't need to see the person to send a message. I'm going to like whisper to Sherain, I don't know what you did in there, but I have no idea how you're reacting.
Scream and what? Get out of my head! What was that?
I don't know what just happened in there, but it looks like there was a lookout on the second floor that was alerted and instantly looked out the window. And then I will send. So was Ezarek and Lolo's sewer run during the day? You said.
Yes, this is everything's happening during the
day.
So
they can also be outside if need be.
Oh, okay, yeah, and I'll send another message to, if they're within 500 feet, I'll message Ezarek to be like, Sherain did something, I think, and then there's like a lookout on the second floor who looked out at the street, and I'll tell Ardsnap. I think we've been.
Does it look like I stepped in horse poo?
She instantly puts a hand over her like little cat nose, like I hope not. And as she's like got her mouth covered, she's like, by the way, I think
his foot.
Someone was looking at us from the second floor through the curtains.
Oh. And Ardsnap immediately looks up at the second floor at the curtains.
So, Polly, you've just been told that there's a lookout.
Right.
And there's something just happened. This lookout. What?
That was really weird. There was a voice in my head, but that's not the first time that's happened. I always listen to the voices in my head, and I do whatever they say.
I believe that actually.
And so I like, I immediately go, oh wait, I'm cool. What's up, rat? How's it going? And I kind of look around to see if there's any stairs or is there any way that I can sneak away.
The only person looking at you is the proprietor. It looks like there's a few individuals. I'm just making sure that there's a few individuals in there. There's 5. The 4 that are still on the lines, and the one that just fell and hit the pipe. She's now on the floor. Still asleep though.
All right. Well,
So-
I'm gonna try to distract. If whoever's looking at me, I want them to wait till they look away for a second, and then I'm gonna sneak in behind this wall or something, where nobody can see me.
Did you just describe the person who fell as a female worker?
Yes.
Conspiracy theorist time. Is it Ralso?
Oh.
Who?
Do a perception
is-
check, Taylor.
It was.
Also,
I'm
Oh
not
wait,
there,
no,
but I'm
you
just,
can't.
like,
You're
saying.
not there.
yeah.
Also was one of the copper. Used to be a copper hand who was getting recruited back into them to do this heist. Who got away from one of our previous missions. So I'm like, they're still out there somewhere. We haven't caught them.
Anyway,
There's lots of people that are still out which you haven't caught.
Yeah.
yes. Anyway, from the sounds of it, it seems that the first floor is the proper establishment, but the upper floors are the hideout.
Yeah. Are there stairs?
There are stairs.
About to find
Yeah,
out.
it's a
Yeah.
3-story building.
4
I
actually.
like when he was describing it, I heard about the wooden floor, the shoddy partitions to make an L-shaped room, and then all
dirt
the
floor.
hammocks and stuff, but didn't
Dirt
hear about
floor.
stairs.
There's dirt floor, not wooden floor.
Dirt floor. Sorry.
If there's wooden
Where did
floor,
I
there might be a
flimsy
basement,
from?
but there's a dirt floor.
Dirt floor.
So, Sherain, are you going to hang yourself up on the line for a couple hours?
No, I'm gonna try to distract, or I'm gonna try to wait for the, that person in the front who's looking at me to just look away, and I'm gonna sneak behind, like here somewhere, like right there, because I see an open door, and I'm gonna make my way towards it because I need to go upstairs.
Do a deception
Where'd that
check.
person I was just talking to go?
Yeah.
Am I
Nice.
supposed to be seeing an all
This
black
is-
square for the map?
Yes.
We're not there.
So
Okay.
you can't see it.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not there. You can't see it. I'll put your tokens at the back.
Ooh.
Let's show this to everybody. It's not a critical, but it is a success. But in case
Nice.
where he is looking at you, how are you going to distract him from?
So
not
I
looking at
happen to wear my little belly dancing thing. So I start going like this after one, and I take it and I throw it across the room.
I was going to wonder, like, how are you going to try and have him not looking at you if you're wearing
I
a belly
just-
dancing thing?
Yeah.
Untie it and
She's just.
So just going to have a brief
Yeah.
look and then look back and just notice that
And I'll
you're
be-
gone.
Like you. Just,
No,
this isn't suspicious at all.
no. You get like 5 feet, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?
what?
The lines are back over here."
Sorry,
Marcus is gonna if he's still on Shireen's shoulder or somewhere around, he's gonna whisper, "I'll make a distraction. I'll make a distraction."
God, I'm
and
never
then,
gonna use that.
Scurry down and start circling around all the sleeping people and climbing up them and biting them very delicately, but enough to wake them up, but not to hurt them, because Marcus is a gentleman as well as very attractive. And then run down, scurry around, make as much noise as possible. The people laying on the line are like, what? And they're all waking up and they're like, there's a rat, rah. And there's a lot of ruckus.
I've given you a.
Imagining gentleman
This is
Marcus
great.
going, "Sorry, sir, just taking a nibble." Oh,
I've given you a rat token for you from Marcus.
Nice.
I'll make him a bit smaller for you though. That's really big. There you go. There's Marcus. Which will give you eyes inside. So which one are you nibbling at but not biting? So you should be there.
What is he doing? Are you asking what's
Well,
he
you
doing?
just said he's going to
Ooh.
nibble someone but not bite them and cause damage. Who is he going
he's
to try to nibble on?
Whoever is farthest from Sherain, gonna climb right up their leg as they.
Oh, you've got a
there.
right or left. There's one on the floor, which is probably the easiest target because they're just hanging there.
Yeah.
Like they're hanging on the ropes. There's one that's off the ropes, which is on the floor, which is on the right hand side.
I'd be
There's
worried
two
about
hanging, one
them
on
trying
the
to.
floor.
The one on the floor is also the one where the pipe was. So you're gonna nibble on the pipe one.
I think that one's out for the count. I'm gonna
They're
nibble
all pretty much
on.
out on the count.
I'm gonna nibble on, or Marcus is gonna nibble on, climb up and nibble on the face of one of the hanging ones.
Nice police rat business.
Okay.
I like this.
So Marcus is nibbling on
top.
the one to the other side, and
Yeah.
I gotta get me one of these talking rats.
Ezarek and Lolo, you hear from the back, because I've just put you on the back of the place, a scream come out. Sherain, you hear a scream from one of the men, one of the dock workers on the ropes. You think that it's time. You think that that's your distraction.
Yeah, time to make my move, and I do, and I move.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go toward this door right here. I'm gonna try to get in there. I'm gonna go zoom right in there. I don't know what's there, but it looks like room to go
Do
to.
your zoom.
Okay, here we go. It's gonna be. I'll do stealth, right? Stealth. Oh, and I easily missed.
Oh no!
Bam!
Yes. Ardsnap, yes, I agree with you in chat. This is welcome to a Gar's Tale. This is normal.
Yeah, this is how we do things.
The last time people did this was a murder hotel, and it wasn't the rogue going from door to door trying to open up the hotel rooms.
It was the granny.
Yeah.
The granny.
If it was
That
the rogue would
couldn't
be dead.
pick locks.
So you move over to there. So move to where you want to be, which I think was there.
Ooh, look at this. Yeah, right here, right here. Nice.
So you dodge into and have a look around. And it's like it's just the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'll give you a description though, because the kitchen's a bit
Okay.
more. This grimy grease-streaked window. Sorry, a grimy grease-streaked window with a rusty bars is propped open in the northern wall. Serves as the only ventilation in the steamy kitchen. A thin stew with greasy chunks of unidentifiable meat simmers in the corner.
This bullshit.
The overpowerment of spices also hits your senses just that moment after trying to hide whatever this meat is. This is the kitchen, the source of the questionable smells, and even more questionable stew. But little else.
So I back off and I notice that I'm out of everybody's line of sight. So I'm just gonna keep going if you'll permit it.
You see Ezarek and Lolo on the other side of the window, on the outside of the building.
Yeah. So I say, I see them as like, hey you see me? They see me. Okay, I'm going this way. Bye. And I keep going.
Okay.
Well,
what are you doing?
I'm
the only
gonna
one
keep
inside.
going down the hallway here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going this way. Oh no, somebody can see me all of a sudden, so I go right back.
There's stairs there.
By the way, did
run up the stairs.
Ardsnap and I hear the scream of the worker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I really feel like we should probably go in there. There are people screaming now.
Was it just a singular kind of, "Ah!" Or,
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, like a
No.
Well, it didn't scream tacos.
Well, I guess you're right. But
Like, it was definitely a, not a tacos. So,
I really feel like your friend's gonna die.
no, we have to trust in Sherain. Sherain is very good at doing this undercover stuff. By now, they
She
they
stole our
probably
tacos.
they probably think Sherain is one of them now.
Yeah, it's just that good. It's the psychological stuff.
Okay.
Can I get a no, I'll do a perception for Sherain because this one should be hidden, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'll message Ezarek, be like, did you hear that scream too? I'm pretty sure it did not say taco. So I think it's okay.
I can't respond to that.
Yeah, you can't
You can't
respond.
see.
So it's like,
Asking questions and you can't get a reply.
But by the way, why do you keep talking to yourself like that?
others can't hear the words any better than if I normally mouth them. So I'd be whispering it. Oh, I'm sending here. And then she's going to be like covering her mouth and then she's going to whisper message you as well. So this works like this. But you hear it directly in your ear.
And this
So
time
it's
you
not
can
in your
reply.
it's not in your brain. It's in your ear.
So
I can do magic.
back inside. What are you doing, Sherain? What is
If I
Marcus
see
doing?
the stairs, I'm going right to the stairs.
Well,
I'm
the
going
stairs are right there,
Yeah,
which is what you said. Oh, I'm going back away from the stairs. But the stairs are right here.
I, being a decisive rogue cop, I'm gonna go now, lunge toward the stairs and around the corner.
Marcus is gonna try and follow you and climb up your body and nest in your hair.
Come on, you rat bastard!
If you don't mind, that's what he likes. That's what he's
fine.
into.
That's fine. You're
Okay.
part of the force, I
Okay.
guess. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'll give me a different role
It's gonna take
here.
a while to get used to that.
Okay.
It's not
Marcus,
even
you're
your
all
hair,
right.
it's a wig. So
I
Yeah,
know
that's-
Marcus
So-
now knows that it's the wig.
He doesn't judge people.
Don't
It-
tell
it-
anybody.
Marcus is the one that notices, because maybe from the higher vantage point of the head, because Sherain didn't, that there's movement happening up at the top of the stairs. Your
Maybe we should
actions
call
right
for backup.
now may result in your character death. I'm just putting it right out
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Ezarek is just going to go to the window and just whisper, "Don't go too far in. We're not ready for the raid yet."
I don't know what to do. Okay,
Yeah,
all right, that's
just-
fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go back. Hey, Marcus, let's go get some food. Huh? Let's get some grub. Come
Okay.
on, come on. I put my
we'll-
head toward the pot.
Okay,
Oh,
on. Do you think?
Yeah, all right. It smells like shit.
Okay, do you think Marcus can go on a little bit ahead and try and stealthily identify if they are the criminals we're looking for?
I probably could have given a rough description to him in common.
There's no real description of the criminals, because you haven't, like, you've seen some of them, but the ones you've seen are like the ones you captured. There's no
Yeah,
real
but-
identifying markers or
Yeah, just
costumes.
have a look and see if it just looks like a criminal hideout or something.
Look like a band of cutthroats.
Yeah.
Alright. He doesn't know what he's looking
Hey.
for, but
Look for more people that look like Sherain.
he'll sneak ahead a tiny ways.
So I've set you up inside. That should be all. You should be able to see through the rat character, through that token I've got. This one.
I
Yes,
just
no?
see the little area with Ezarek and Lolo
Okay.
in the alley.
So I'll get you. I'll move your token into where the rat is then.
Oh.
So that's Marcus sneaking up the stairs, and there's a person there. You're hearing noises, and talk. You can understand common because that's what he said. That's what he can do.
Yeah.
The talk is hurried and panicked, and that the guard are here. The alert has been sent. That's what he's hearing from another room to the south.
Well, he immediately conveys that to Sherain. I mean,
What now?
And the person at the top of the stairs does look like they're on guard. Weapons out, everything.
Somebody blew our cover.
Somebody?
It can't be me. Me and Marcus, we're like boom, and how are they gonna know that we're guards? I don't look like a guard. Marcus doesn't look like a guard as far as I know. You look like a guard, Marcus? No, it looks like a rat to me. We're fine. We're fine. And in fact, I'm gonna go out to the front and lay down on those ropes. I'm gonna come coolly out of the kitchen here. Looks like
down
there's
on the
food
rope.
in there. Yep, just like that. Ah, yeah. This is what I was looking for in a flop house like this.
DOS house. But yes.
Yeah,
But flop house
Great.
is actually where it came from because you flop over the
Oh,
Oh, really?
my god.
Yeah.
and the take a load off is that's where this comes from. This is a real thing in Victorian London.
That's
Flop
so
houses.
depressing.
Because you would work like 18 hours a day and you would have
Yeah.
no energy, so and you have no money, so you would just you would essentially sleep by sleeping on ropes.
God.
Yeah, because it was the cheapest. So Sherain goes to sleep.
Does anybody have a paper around here?
Oh, one thing, you do notice, wait, the rat can understand common, but can it read common?
Yeah. Marcus
Of
is
course.
very intelligent. If he is able to,
There was a seat.
Understand
There was
common,
two
then-
seats up the top of the stairs, and on one seat there was a copy of a local. How can I say this? A local paper, which was talking about, which opened up to talking about recent Edgewatch guards taking on investigating and uncovering a serial killer that had a hotel which he was killing people in. And that's what
Okay.
it's opened up to.
So before I go to sleep, I go to the other side of the room and pick up my little sash thing. And I tie it back on there. And then I lay down and I pretend to go to sleep. I'm going to fool them.
Anyway, I think we should make our way to the front and just get Taylor up. Okay. So as soon as Ezarek makes his way to Taylor. By the way, Taylor, you said that you regularly read this newspaper?
Yeah.
Okay. The latest issue I saw that I noticed there was something about the hotel. Can I have a quick look at that?
Oh, sure. She's gonna reach into her bag, pull out her legal lore books, and then flip through to whichever one that she's using it as a bookmark, and then she'll hand it over to Ezarek.
Okay. Ezarek's just going to have a look and make sure if it has our pictures or whatever.
It has a description, but not pictures. But it refers to you as rookies as well, and no names.
How many catfolk are there in the foreign district?
It's the foreign district, so this is where they'll be.
Yeah.
Huge city, too. Huge.
Okay.
Mega city.
Yeah.
So I'm really not thinking it's me and Tayla that probably got us busted.
Mhm.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have sent Sherain in as the
smart one?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm the rogue. I'm the sneakiest.
You're not the smart one.
Yeah.
Snicker.
Yeah. By sneak, I guess drawing attention to yourself.
I feel
flinging
like I'm
things.
super sneaky.
Who said that was only drawing attention? And what alarm? I didn't hear an alarm.
I know. I don't hear anything. I'm pretending like I'm asleep, but I'm kind of now falling asleep.
Okay, 2 hours pass.
Okay.
Unless you do anything.
No, I just stay
Okay.
and wait for my friends to come in and to break to do the raid. I'm waiting so I can spring into action.
Unless you do
You're
anything.
starting the raid You want to start the raid inside the building?
I'm already in position. I'm in position. Shh.
Well,
I won't move until you make a move, until you all coming in. Otherwise, I'm gonna get kicked out of here because I don't want to waste any more money. They're not gonna reimburse me for this stupid,
Okay.
copper pieces.
well, I think first of all, Ardsnap doesn't have his gear, so maybe we should go get that first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I get up off those ropes. And I'm like,
Well,
you know what?
You don't get up off those ropes. At the 2-hour mark, you if you're asleep, you'll be a rude awakening. But you are awake, so you feel it even worse actually, because the ropes are yanked up as very sharply, very forcefully, and to wake you up, you are thrown off the ropes themselves.
I was taking a load off here.
Time's up. Out.
I wanted to take
Out.
a load for free.
Copper's run out.
All right.
Out.
So I head out the door. Like, this place sucks anyway. Bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Sucks to suck.
I was gonna did Sherain actually fall asleep though, or?
Yeah, I did. I was trying to stay awake and be cool.
2
but I
hours.
fell asleep.
I was gonna say, if you knew that they were getting ready, they knew and were on alert, if you heard anything that sounded like they were trying to make a run for it.
What? Well, I didn't hear anything. I was totally alert the whole time. I
Okay.
was paying attention, mapping their movements in my mind, and nothing happened. They're
so I'm. So while you guys go and get Ardsnap's gear, I think Ezarek will stay and keep just try and hide and keep an eye out for if anyone from the upstairs leaves or anything.
Front or back? Where are you hiding? Front or back? The alley in the back or the
alley in the back, and
Okay.
just keep an eye out through the kitchen window and stuff.
Okay.
I'm fine with my fists.
Armor?
Eh.
I will repeat the saying that I said before. Your actions may result in your character death.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I know.
know,
I don't-
literally
He did
armor
give
for
us-
hard snap is literally, if I'm wearing medium armor versus unarmored, it's only 1 point of AC. So I mean,
Okay.
if we're seriously concerned about them escaping,
Do it
All right.
now.
Yeah,
Do
if you want to just do the raid now, we can do it.
Hot damn! Now, why did you make me come out of here? I was all in position. I was ready to go.
Yeah,
Me
I mean, it's up
Marcus
to you
were
guys.
on
If you
top of
guys
things.
think it's more valuable to go get the equipment and come back, we can do that. I'm just
Yeah. We probably don't want to alert the people in the front of the building, so let's go through the kitchen window.
Wouldn't that be a novel idea?
Marcus, what do you think we should do?
Yeah. So, Ardsnap, can you help me with these bars? They look pretty loose.
yeah. And Ardsnap goes up to grab the bars and
They
yank
they
them
just
out.
disintegrate in your hands and just yep, done.
Oh,
Just-
that wasn't even hard.
No roll required at all. It is just pulling.
Is there a piece of is there a bigger stone I can just rip out of the window just to make myself feel better?
There is, but it may result in noise.
And you're dead.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it then.
Yeah, so let's just climb through this window stealthily.
So Ezarek and Lolo and of course Marcus easily, no problem.
Oh, do I have
Ardsnap.
confidence too? Even though,
You can get through, no problem.
Yeah,
yay!
you're a halfling.
I was like, if they can get in, it seems unfair that I can't.
They've also got the squeeze through type passages as well.
Oh, it's that small? Oh crap!
Well, it's
you
not
guys are gonna
that
have a
small.
Fun time.
But they can do it quicker. Sherain,
Yes. Yes.
how are you trying to get through?
I jump. I'm gonna jump is I'm going to launch myself through the window.
Like threading the needle.
Yeah, hold on. Suck your gut in, and I guess Ezarek will try and just assist on a squeeze check,
That's right.
I guess.
Hold your hand out. And then pull me through, okay? You got it? I'm real good at this. I'll be fine.
So...
Marcus, come on.
Let's see.
It is a squeeze. Give me...
Okay. That is a...
Nice. I'm going to re-roll that. Re-roll.
Finally, people using rerolls.
Oh my god.
Yes. I've improved by 1.
One better.
And to make it funnier, the 18
my
would have
skirt.
passed. So thank you for using the reroll. We'll be here all week. You're down to 2.
Hey.
So you get through.
Okay.
And I make a ton of noise coming through.
Oh, no.
That's the next thing. I'll do that one silently. A stealth check. So how are we going to get the next person through? Tayla?
Yeah, Ezarek will also try and assist.
Oh, yeah. I'll sit.
Nice.
Oh, you get a +2.
Oh.
And Tayla gets through. But how
Cats are
quiet is
liquid.
it? But how quiet? That's the important part. Okay. So we've got numbers. You're all in the kitchen. The smell of the kitchen is pretty bad.
Okay. So where were the stairs?
Just over here.
Oh yeah. They're like out that door and to the left. But watch out, there's some burly looking characters.
Okay.
I was gonna take them myself, but
Yeah.
a voice came from the sky and told me not to.
Ezarek's just going to use his assurance and stealth to just peek around the corner and just have a look if the guard there has been alerted.
Okay, so how much is your assurance? Like, what's your
Okay. That would be a 24.
24 versus their perception? You pass.
Yep.
You have a look out, and I move you out so you can actually see, not so you can be seen. You can see the proprietor, essentially leaning up against the desk, half asleep. You can also see other people that look to be asleep on the ropes, just dangling there in the nightlight.
Yeah. Okay. So the stairs are here.
There's just around that corner, yes.
Okay. So just going to peek around the corner.
Hey, Ezarek. Remember, I'm the sneaky one. I can do it.
Sherain,
Yeah.
let him do his thing.
Okay.
So are you going up the stairs?
So I don't see anyone up here.
Not at the top of the stairs, no.
Okay.
You can hear talk on upstairs though.
Hold on.
Not too far away. They might be at the top of the landing, but just not visible. Not.
Okay. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the floorboards. Are they squeaky or anything like?
The place isn't built well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna be a challenge. So he's just going to carefully climb up and just have a look around the corner again.
Using your automatic 24.
Yeah.
Okay, that's. Sorry, wrong place. There.
Okay.
You can see the back of. I wouldn't say a ruffian, but just someone that's had probably a hard life. He's talking to someone else. You can't really say. He's got he's got paper in front of him, and he seems to be reading to his friend about the dreaming place and about your exploits actually in the dreaming place.
Oh.
Okay. Reading it, just reading out loud the newspaper.
Yes. Not everybody can read.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's reading to multiple other people.
At least to one other person's, yes.
Okay.
Guards do stuff too on their guard duty.
Okay. I don't know. Don't know what is going on in here, but I guess it's time to bring out something I recently learned how to do. So, just in case, Ezarek's just going to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Detect magic. How quiet is that? I see verbal.
Yeah, he's just going to try and just whisper. Actually, he's going to cast it from... go back down and cast it from down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go back down the stairs, so you do a quick cast. Even still, it's a possibility that they could hear. But you cast the spell, and you move back up, and you're going to try to watch. Just you can only see the back of this individual.
Yeah, but do I sense any magical auras in range or anything?
Okay, let's see. We've got cover the map up just because the reasons. Let's see. We have magic auras in range, not from that individual. Let's see if we've got others in the area. You do feel that there's magic in the area. So you feel there's magic in the area further across, like further into the building to the side, to the left.
What school of magic would it be?
Oh, it's hard to say because there's a wall blocking the feeling of it. But there seems to be more than one thing, more than one.
Okay.
There's more than one, whatever it is.
Okay.
But fairly weak.
Yeah. All right. Ezarek's just going to signal to the others. Yeah, let's go, and just going to just have his rapier out.
So Marcus, I'm really good at curing people with my dagger. I can do surgery right in the middle of battle. I'll show it to you in a second. We'll probably need that.
Ardsnap cracks his knuckles and like, go now.
Yes, and
Sounds like
Ezarek's just going to scoot over for. I'm guessing Ardsnap would want to charge in the front.
Yeah, he's going to walk up to the door, kind of glance out, and then gonna walk to the stairs and
I'm right behind.
what is the? Where's
I
my freaking-
just love that you didn't say anything about stealth right there.
Oh yeah, he's not. He's just walking
Yeah,
out
just
there.
just
Alright.
charge in before they have any time to react.
Hey,
Uh,
you run out of the you walk out of the kitchen, you get to the stairs, and then you just walk up.
Well, I was gonna say I get to the base of the stairs, and then how? For some reason my ruler doesn't seem to be working. How much space here is the stairs, like the length of the stairs itself? Because I might want to just do an action.
So you got say 20 feet to the stairs or thereabouts, and then the stairs themselves at least 15, 20 feet.
Okay. Then I will wait, and then yeah, I'll just move up the stairs.
Okay, stairs are quite small, so we can't have everybody on the stairs.
Yeah, so Ezarek
Oh.
will move back and let you just
Yeah.
charge up.
Was there a lot of space up there?
There's not.
Um, and so I hit the top of the stairs. Do I see the people we were talking
Oh yeah,
about?
you see the top of the stairs. You see what's there,
Yeah.
Cool.
and we're going to go. Into,
I'd recommend, pushing in.
Yeah, I want to use a skill. Let me link it real fast.
well, what is the skill?
Barreling charge.
Do your charge.
All right, Here it is. Boom. So I move my my stride, and everyone I move through, I do a single athletics roll and compare it to their fortitude. And if they fail, they are knocked down.
Well, do you charge? So what I'll do is we have a fortitude
There we
save
go.
against every space you go through.
Or it's
Yeah.
you making a check against their fortitude DC.
Okay, you make a check, I'll find their fortitude CCs.
All right. Why is it not doing the? So here, click, 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 click. Did it do the thing?
I don't know where you went to there.
What?
Yeah, I'm
Nope,
trying
stop
to
doing
do the
that.
whole move. I'm trying to do the whole like you move here, it moves you, and then it moves you again.
I think you probably should do your athletics checks first.
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. Well, here's the first one then,
Okay, so first one, you're going through two
and
mobs.
I will actually use the reroll.
You're going to try to do reroll? Okay. Against their fortitude DC, let's use that reroll.
Nice. Better.
That one passes, the other one didn't.
All right.
And so he's what,
And-
knocked prone or knocked the other way?
Knocked. He's knocked prone.
Okay. There's no real passing Earl, which is the one to the south, because Earl, like, you can't go past him because there's a wall behind him. But you got one
Okay. Cool.
over.
And somebody can move up and flank him now.
Did you want to burst through the door as well? There's a door right next to you.
No, not yet.
What a shame. Okay, so you charged up, you knocked one over. We should be doing initiative from this point on, because we are in initiative from this point on.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun,
Initiative.
dun.
Alright.
So for those that are doing stealth downstairs, you'll need to do stealth for your initiative. Ezarek, that includes you, because you're
Yeah.
also doing stealth.
Don't worry.
Ardsnap, you can do
Yeah,
your
I just did
athletics for your initiative. Because that's where you started your initiative with, by charging through.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, I had
Sherain's
some
back,
perception
baby.
still, didn't I?
Athletics boots.
So Snoozy,
Ouch.
yours would be stealth downstairs. So there's in initiative, there's a drop-down menu to choose which one you're using for your initiative. On your
Who's
sheet.
initiative? At the top?
It's
Under
next-
perception.
it's near
under
perception.
character.
Yeah. So right-hand side, a little bit from the top.
Yeah.
Oh, initiative.
Yeah. And there's a drop-down menu to show which one.
Stealth.
Stealth is what we're looking for. Yep.
Choose stealth and then hit initiative.
Yep. Make sure you have your token selected first.
I can do that.
Dang it. Oh,
It's a 20.
did it work?
I can do it. I can just add to, and you got 20. There you go. That's why did I only play once? Add all the gates. That's the one. I like this one. It's got a lot of banging on. I've got my two people to do as well. Copper hand robes. Oh my god, that's not going good.
All I know is I'm first.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure so far.
33. Yes, you're first.
Yes!
Yeah.
You're most certainly first. You are down
Sherain
the
the Rogue
stairs,
is
though.
back. That's all right. I'm going to now go up the stairs. Marcus, are you still there? Hold on. Here we go.
Oh.
10, 15, 20, 20. How come I can't see anything?
Because it doesn't do that. Just give me a moment.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There you go.
I wasn't trying to give you any trouble. Ooh, it looks like there's a traffic jam here. Okay, well, now I'm going to draw my nightstick and attack with the same action. Boom! Right here, this person.
Yep. And he's prone.
Yeah, so I have quick draw. Oh, he's prone too.
Flat-footed.
Nice. Quick draw, and here we go. First now, my magical striking nightstick comes out.
Oh,
Ooh,
well, that's a
I got
hit.
Nice.
It's not a critical, but it's a hit.
Let me double check something.
Should I reroll?
But it is flat-footed for you.
Wait, they're flat-footed, right?
Oh,
So is it-
flat-footed and prone. So you have a -4 to AC.
Ooh. So
Takes
I
16 damage as a critical.
Nice.
Okay, and then you also get 2d6 sneak attack damage. Take that. I'm a tank. Do I got a new roll? I got a new roller deal. I can't find.
And
the
if you
button,
want,
so-
you have the crit specialization effect.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
That's
do your
right.
damage. Come on. Let's get this rolling. Let's get it moving. 7. Okay.
All right, so I also knock the target 10 feet away, but I don't think I can because there's nowhere to go.
You can knock him down here.
Can you make him take a tumble down?
You can
the stairs?
essentially hit him. You
No,
can't
no,
make
I'll
him
leave him
tumble
right
down the
there so you
stairs
can just-
because
you can
Ezrek's
just-
in the way, but you can
Okay.
knock him further down the little hallway there.
All right, that's what I do. Whoop-bam!
Okay, gives a little bit of space in the area. Okay.
Okay.
You got any other movement? Any other?
I do. That was only 2, so I'm gonna take another step here. Yeah, just 1 step.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
You done? It is Earl's go. Earl, not really realizing what's going on, draws a weapon. Guess I probably still draws a weapon. And let's see what he's got. We've got a few bits and pieces. A short sword, of course. And yeah, just do straight short sword attack. So it's getting up. So you're drawing and getting up. So just 1 attack. This is going off Ardsnap. Let's see.
Cool.
A 16, is that a hit or a miss? That's a miss.
Miss.
So that's it. That's all he's doing. He's getting up. He's drawing a weapon for the other one. So Ezarek, it is your go.
Okay.
26.
So Ezarek's just going to take a step here. What do I see in the room?
So it's a small landing. There's a couple of chairs which are now knocked over. There's a few pieces, there's a few broadsheets. All look to be the same Eyes of Absalom, previous editions. And you see, well, you can only see one of them, but you know the other one was kicked further down the hallway. On the other side of Ardsnap is a doorway.
Okay. I can't exactly charge in, but Ezarek's just going to look at one of the chairs and is going to cast Telekinetic Projectile.
Okay, so the projectile underneath Sherain's feet starts moving around, and you throw it, I'm assuming?
Yep.
And which one?
I'm going to throw it to him, the one I can see.
Okay. It takes 16 points of damage. And it
Whoa,
breaks.
that's
I'm not
nice.
giving you that one more than once, because you break. With 16 points of damage, that's going to break a chair.
Yeah.
Totally going to break a chair. Okay, that's move,
all my
that's
actions.
everything there. We're down to Lolo, down the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
You hear combat. Or you hear a
I've
smashed
just
chair.
been hearing so many things. I guess I'm just gonna run up and find out what's happening, right?
Mhm.
So I just have to. I have like 25 movement.
Yep, so 1,
Who is
15,
that? Here.
15, 20 to the 20 to there. So the first one is 5, then that's 15 to there. That's
Okay.
20. And then so to here is 25, but that's your
Okay.
that's 1 movement.
Ugh.
You've got 3 of those if you need be.
Definitely move again.
Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. That's 15. So I'll move you across. Actually, move you there. So that's kind of where you are, but it's kind of blocked on the stairs. Can't really see much.
I can't see my token.
It's on the right.
Over here.
It just okay. Okay, so it's like kind of a cluster.
It is. There's a cluster.
Yeah.
There's splinters at your feet, but there's a cluster on there.
Yeah.
So
We
I
have to
can't
try
pull
and
it off.
push in and stuff.
Because I'm small, is there any way I can do movement?
You can move through the other spaces.
Yeah.
So you can get there is a spot kind of next to you, which you can move through the spaces to get to.
Yeah.
But that'll be the end of your second movement. Then you've got one
Yes.
action left. What would you like to do for your action left? The person to the south has been kicked on the ground, and is essentially on the ground. The one that's next to you to the side has had a chair thrown at them at point blank range.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one
By
on
the
the
way, the person that's knocked on the ground, it will be easier to hit by 4.
All right. I'll draw my non-lethal rapier, right? And smack the guy on the floor.
And do the smacking.
I shall do the smacking.
With your blunt rapier, because it's non-lethal. I don't know. I don't
Just
get
hitting him
how
with the edge
Right.
rather than the point.
Rapier?
It is a hit. It's not a critical. Doing 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's all 3 actions. We now move to Ardsnap.
Yay! I'm gonna punch the one that's immediately next to me right here,
Do the punch.
right in his smug face.
He's kind
That
of
is a hit.
smug, isn't he?
All right.
For all of 6 points of damage.
Yep. And then I'm going to open the door.
You open the door.
Ooh,
And
sick.
for my final action, I rage.
Okay. Let me describe. We'll describe the inside the door. So we're up to C5. So, this sturdy wooden table with matching stools dominates this messy, windowless room, and the table is covered with scraps of parchment, hammers, screwdrivers, bits of clockwork, and other and more obscure engineering items. A single person is sitting at the stool. He looks over to you, and he seems frightened. There's more people. There's people at the door. It's like, what's going on? What's up? What's going on? What? And that's all he gets to say. Because what are you doing for your third action?
My third action was to rage. So
Mr. Rage, all done.
punch the door up and so I'm done.
Done. Then we get back to the combat music. Goes over back to Tayla.
Yeah, Tayla's like gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. I think it's gonna take 2 actions. 25.
Pretty
10.
much.
That's 15.
Well, you think it's
And
going
then
to
I
be
think
15. You're going to be 10 actually, because
Okay.
Ezra's at the top of the
okay.
stairs. That's a cluster.
Yeah. She's gonna. Okay, so it was 2 actions to get up to that point. So I guess she's gonna. I don't think she really needs to like pat him or anything, but she'll just be like, no, just in case he needs it, she'll give him a guidance.
Who? Ezra?
Aw.
Ezarek,
Okay.
you got this.
So, Timus gets up for 1 action, draws a short sword for a 2nd action, and then attacks Lolo for his 3rd. Because that's a whole thing in itself.
I mean, I did take toughness.
So, it is a hit with 26 to attack. You take 7 points of damage in total.
Oh no, Marcus's companion just got hit.
I'll take
Marcus
the
is
other-
going to go into a rage.
No.
So, okay. Did you already put it on my...
I just did it from, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oof.
Sherain, it's your go. 33.
Oh, nice.
New round.
Okay. So I have this person right there is flat-footed to me, so I'm just gonna keep being very gentle with my nightstick and crack him across the head if I can. Here he comes, first attack. Wha-bam! Holy cow!
Critical.
Crit. Okay, and you get some sneak attack damage, which I'll give you right now.
I think you knock him prone too with the critical effect.
Oh yeah, right. Oh
no, 10 feet
no,
away
I
from
hit him
you,
10
right.
feet away.
Yeah.
Can't. There's nothing. He's in a corner.
Oh no.
All right, I'm so sorry. So sorry. There's nowhere for you to go. Wham!
Not a critical. 6 points of damage. But do your sneak attack again.
I don't think I do another sneak attack.
You do it every time it's applicable.
Ooh, all right. There we go.
I just stuffed that up.
Here's my
sorry. I
first
think
attack.
I think that was kind of where it was. I'm not sure, but I think that's where it
Okay.
was.
Oh, so he's gone. And I swing and a miss because he's knocked down.
I said. -6. There we go. And then -6 again.
All right, so instead of taking that last swing, and he's still up. All right.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
still up.
Oh, no, the last one was a miss.
Okay.
The 19
Oh.
is a miss.
All right, even with being flat-footed.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Okay.
flat-footed. No, it's a hit. 6 points of damage.
Whee!
Oh, sneak
All
attack.
right, here's another sneak attack. Oh, this is great. This feels good. I tell you.
Easing back into that rogue life.
Yeah, I like doing justice with my stick,
So,
and I whip it around.
I also somehow, like when I was doing one of the minuses, just like did like -33. I'm like, or minus something. And I didn't know what I did, so I had to kind of frick. So it should be close, and yeah, it's close enough. So all 3 attacks hit as you're clobbering over their head.
In the name of justice. Oh, sorry, that's somebody else.
Okay, he's going to actually try to run, and in trying to run, he's going to try to dodge through Ardsnap's space.
I would like to use my lovely new feat, my attack of opportunity.
Well, he's
Oh
going to
my
try to
god,
get through your
someone who
space
has
first.
it.
Oh, he's tumbling.
Yes.
Oh, that will. If he succeeds, it negates reactions.
What's it up against? Reflex, is it?
I believe it is. If
Yeah,
you
it's
tumble
On.
under
Let
me.
me. Yeah.
What's
let
your
me
reflex?
double check.
What's your
Well,
reflex?
he rolls like acrobatics.
My
and
reflex
he rolls-
is 11.
Okay, so a DC of 21.
He makes it.
Nice.
As your attack swings past, as you try to punch, and you catch his clothing because he got 22. You get that close, but he makes it through. He then runs through the room and grabs a bucket.
Oh, no, he's gonna dump all the poo on us.
Can I get a for Ezarek, Sherain, and Ardsnap? Can I get a perception check, please?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perceive.
I like to re-roll
Ooh,
that.
22.
Well, actually, no, I don't want to re-roll it.
You sure? You...
Someone else is gonna know. Someone else is gonna see. I don't want to waste it.
Are you sure someone else is going to see? Got a 15 and 14.
I have plenty, so might as well spend it.
Okay, so you're going to re-roll
There
yours.
we go.
Okay.
Oh,
You see a look of fear from the man that was sitting on the table, and with the 20, I'll give you even more. Whatever's in the bucket looks like it's bubbling and boiling, but there wasn't a fire in the room. A metal bucket that is picked up, and whatever's in it is bubbling and boiling. But there wasn't a fire in the room to boil it.
But
You
it's
just picked
hot
it up
like
off the
it
ground.
was.
Okay. Is it the only bucket
There is a second bucket.
that I can see? Okay.
Well, it's there, but you can just... I'll give you with the 20. That you can just see a second bucket.
Okay.
But you can't see in it. But he's picking it up and, as in about to throw type style, the bucket.
Okay.
Pick it up. But that's his actions. Ezrak, it is your go.
Well, thanks for the idea.
Oh god.
Oh god. I just realized what you're doing. Yeah, telekinetic bucket.
Oh,
I didn't realize that you.
Are you
just
going
pick
to
up
melt the poor bugger?
the other bucket on
I
him?
don't know what's happening.
oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just going to just throw the bucket, the other bucket at him. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh God.
Wait, you're
gonna
gonna
douse
get
you
the
with this
bucket
mysterious
that he's
liquid.
holding?
There's the other bucket that I saw.
Oh. Okay.
The bucket, the other bucket, the other bucket throws, and whatever hits just starts building and growing and bubbling up out of the bucket after it hits. And before I do it on token layer, I'll do the description. So I'll cover the map so you don't see. So whatever it is, this thick, bubbling liquid starts growing around whatever, like around the person and around the bucket and everything, and it starts building and building and building, and you see tendrils just starting to move out as like it's already on top of this thing, but it's starting to lash out with these tendrils that start flying around and moving. And here's the picture.
What have you released into the world, Ezarek?
Ooh.
Wow.
What the?
Whoa.
Interesting.
Bolt breaker. Ooh.
That's gross.
So there's the picture. And that's on the person.
Yeah.
That's
So-
nice for them.
Hopefully.
There you go. I might have to put another token on that layer. On the
Oh, look at
turn
that
order.
thing. It's so big.
I need to roll a... I will need to roll an initiative for this one.
I think that's the perfect pet for Sherain.
Yeah, right. Looks great. I like it.
Look at all those lockpick tentacle things.
Yeah, it's got all
Hey,
this
buddy.
stuff.
You want to join forces? Prototype?
Okay.
I think it's pretty much next to impossible to make a pet out of an ooze, unfortunately.
Oh.
You think that, but
You don't know.
Next to impossible.
if you could have a Vault Breaker ooze as a pet, if you could train one to rob banks,
That would be terrific. I could
wouldn't that
quit
be
this
amazing?
job.
Oh, yeah. If you
Yeah, it's
robbing
probably more like they just can contain it and release it where they want. I'm guessing.
So the Vault Breaker ooze, it has tentacles, and it will put those tendrils into a lock, and those tendrils automatically fit the lock, and they can open the lock.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I feel this is some kind of a clue. I don't know what it means yet.
I feel like this is a clue.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I don't
that's
know.
one action. You've still got another. That's two actions. You've still got one more.
Okay.
Now you've just seen you've released something big.
Okay, so you know what, why not? I'll try and recall knowledge about this ooze.
Do it openly.
Okay.
This is what I want openly. Like,
So I think oozes are occultism.
yeah, I think that's about right.
Oh fuck, I'll re-roll
Oh.
that.
You reroll it.
Yeah.
Oh look, I'm still on the reroll screen for you.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Ah.
It is an ooze which comes out from the underground, usually for sewers and things like that. It does, as I said, its tendrils, like it likes to eat metal and absorb metal, and that's what they go for. But its tendrils have the ability to go into a lock, make the shape of whatever it was inside internally, to then essentially act as a key, which it can then turn and open locks and doors.
Ooh.
That said, with a 26, if you hit it with metal, it takes on that form and is then resistant to that for a little bit. But also, its tendrils take the aspect of what it gets hit with. And so if you hit it with a sharp blade, its tendrils will then take on that sharp blade form.
Okay.
Somebody hit it with a pillow.
Uh,
Do we have any pillows?
okay. Anyway,
Some are nightsticks.
Okay.
with the telekinetic projectile, would the 17 damage been enough to knock that person out?
I didn't even think about that, but it is. Yes, it does.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that part of it.
Oh, there
So
ooze
it's just
food
an
anyway,
unconscious guy, like dangling inside an ooze.
As now the oozes go, it starts burning and eating the unconscious guy.
Oh, it sucks us up.
But he was our evidence.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
And it's spending all its
Okay.
actions doing that.
I can't see anything, so Taylor's like, it's
Rough
going
time
good in
for
there,
him.
right, Ezarek? It's all good?
You're
I think our work here is done.
on the upside.
Ezarek's eyes are just wide as,
Uh,
just like, oh no.
You knocked him out with the bucket, so there's no screams.
Yeah. At least he's going
There's the
quietly.
bubbling. There's a bubbling noise coming from there. Lulu, it's your go.
God, what even? The guy to the south is he down unconscious? Yeah.
No.
He's awake.
All right, I'll give him a slap with my rapier. I have this hunter's edge and like hunter's prey.
Oh, yeah. You can mark them as your prey.
Yeah.
Hey, you bad guy! I'm gonna hunt you.
You're
Hey, you're right
mine.
next to me. I'm gonna hunt you.
By the way,
Yeah.
what is your hunter's edge?
Oh yeah, I have to pick one. Crap.
Oh,
Flurry, precision, or outwit.
Or you can just hit him.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit him.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the problem with learning a system from level 5, and then right before the
Yes.
session get told, oh, by the way, you're level 6.
huh?
That's kind of what happened.
Level 6.
Good luck.
Where's my rapier? I'm just smack him. I'll just smack.
Slappy slappy. That is a slap. That's a hit. 11 points of damage. That's one action.
Excellent.
You have 2 more actions.
How's he looking?
Well, the color around his border is a orangey color. The color around you is a greeny color.
Yeah, that's how we see how injured they are.
That's the only indication you get.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'm using the flurry hunter's edge. Multiple attack penalty for attacks against my prey
Yeah.
is -3 on the second attack instead of -5.
Okay, do
Yeah.
a second attack, and it's going to be -3.
So you will have to mark them as your prey first.
So there's one action to mark, one action to hit. Then your second attack is going to be at -3. So there's your prey. You're going to have a -3 to this one instead of -4.
Yeah, -5 normally.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Pretty good.
So what's a rapier? So it's minus. Yeah, anyway, that's a hit. It's not a critical, but 13 points of damage. You now see the level of difference in like it's now red around his
Oh.
barrier.
It's looking messed up.
The man inside the room, that's like he's hesitant. You can clearly see he's hesitant for Ardsnap, Sherain, and Ezarek. You can see him hesitant, and you see him back away towards the door, and he starts yelling into the other room. So seems to be almost yelling commands at whatever that is from the other room.
Okay.
The ooze.
Gosh.
But
He's
he's
yelling
not
at the ooze?
confident. He's not confident in yelling commands at this thing.
Lost control of your pet, huh? So sorry.
Ardsnap, it's your go.
Bam!
Okay. Well, he's in my way now, the jerk. Crap.
You can
I
tumble
guess I am going. Yeah, I'm literally going to have to try to tumble through him.
Yeah.
To move. So, acrobatics. Oh,
Oh no.
That's enough. You get through.
Oh, it's cool.
Nice.
Sweet. Tumble is. Was that my reaction or my action?
That's an action.
One action.
That's an action. Thank you. How sturdy does this table look?
Pretty sturdy. There's a lot of bits and pieces on there. A lot of mechanical and engineering bits and pieces on there.
I want to flip that table.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to try and manhandle it in between the door, between the ooze and us.
Okay, so can I get an athletics for that? The big pickup and push and moving it in. Yeah, that's enough for the table. You move the table and it's kind of blocking the door now.
Yeah, like I just want to flip the face up and
Yeah.
just block the door and
That's
brace it
the
if I
two
can.
action.
Like,
One to pick up.
yep,
The second
I'm
one to
fine with
move it.
that being my whole. I'm fine with that being my whole thing as long as I can keep the thing braced.
Well, you hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's right now. I'm buying time for everybody to figure out what to do about the ooze that just appeared in this room.
And it's a news.
Yeah,
So
so
you're blocking a news with a table.
Yeah,
just wanna
I don't
point that out.
anticipate this to be great. I just am
Good.
trying to do my best.
Just wanted to point that out.
Yep.
Tayla, your go.
I still can't see anything except Ezarek and Sherain, and Ezarek was looking a bit panicked because his eyes were like WTF. So Tayla's like, I don't know what's going on. And then she's gonna start her bless. So Ezarek and Sherain, and if Lolo's on the other side of the wall within the 5-foot emanation, you all
Right.
get a +1 to attack rolls.
Right next to you, so you all get +1.
Yeah. So that'll be my 2 actions, and my final action. Can I hear if anyone downstairs from the sleeping room is stirring or coming this way to attack from behind?
Strangely, the loudest thing was just like the chair breaking. Everything else has been pretty good, noise-wise. So not yet.
Is there like a dodge action, or is that a 2-action thing? I need that list
Defensive
of
stance.
It's an action to take improved cover.
There's
I
no
don't really
cover.
take cover on the stairs. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's all right.
You can always just do nothing.
Or I'll use shield because that's 1 action. So
Yes, yes.
I'll use a bless and shield.
Okay.
Nice.
And Timos's go. And he runs.
I'm out of here.
And
Nice.
that's where we're going to end the session.
he managed to tumble through all of us.
Tumble through. Timos is here.
Yeah.
On the
Oh,
other
have to
side of the wall?
is there another door or something?
I guess we don't know.
Lolo can see that there's another door down to the south. She runs down to the bottom. So we're going to finish the session there because
Yeah.
if we keep going, it could be a little bit prolonged combat, and we've already started a little bit late anyway. So thank you everybody for coming in.
Can I have Marcus up with me?
Yes. So next week I'll actually give you a Marcus character, like not a character sheet as well as maybe a token for you, just so you can,
Yeah.
and I think we also might need your animal companion as well, a token for that as well.
Yes, yeah.
It's been a weird
okay.
week.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah,
really weird week. So
I think we can easily implement that.
implement what? The tokens or the?
The animal companion thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've done similar before. So welcome to A Guard's Tale, Nick and Snoozy.
Yeah.
I am sorry, Snoozy, that you are learning the system from scratch, which is not easy when you're not starting at level 1. So absolutely, Welcome back, Sherain.
Hey,
I am
I'm
not a criminal, but totally now a
Excellent
criminal.
call.
Pick, like stealing food.
I went undercover. I started to feel the feels. I'm not proud of it. Well, I'm a little proud of it.
You're proud of it.
Yeah.
You're totally proud of it. And
Those tacos weren't worth paying for anyway.
Ardsnap, yeah, you're really in the shit now with these groups. I don't.
No, yeah, this is going to be either a very short partnership or I'm going to die.
I was reading chats like they're all going to die. I was like, yeah, they probably are. Yeah. So at least you got some planning. You didn't just like you set off the alarm and then didn't just like rush in, which is like kind of what I was expecting you to do. You actually backed away and listened. It's just like, yeah.
I didn't want to
I
do
don't
that.
think this would have been great if you went in here alone. I think this would have been bad.
I was perfectly willing to do that.
Especially setting off the alarm as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a lookout downstairs.
Marcus could have distracted the ooze while you kicked it.
That's right.
You know.
Pretty sure the ooze would eat Marcus.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Me and Marcus bonded. I was like, oh, right, you have another companion. I thought it was
Like,
me.
I don't mean to metagame here, but just years of experience, I know hitting oozes with your flesh is a bad move.
Yeah.
Animal companions and familiars have pretty short lives in adventuring.
Oh,
Never
Well,
buy
let's-
horses.
Let's
Don't
just say
say that.
the body that the ooze landed on was taking 2d8 plus 7 damage.
Oof.
Well, see, there you go.
On top of being hit by the bucket, which did a lot of damage. But now it's being dissolved.
Lethal bucket.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy, we're just gonna, can somebody get me a hammer, some nails? We'll nail this nice table up here, and we'll just forget this ooze and that guy ever existed. And then,
Case closed.
Isn't that the direction that the guy shouting orders is?
no, he's the dude right here
Yeah.
Wait, where's it?
who I walked through.
The
The
ooze is a bit
in
further.
here.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there you go, Lou. There's the ooze.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Like the whole
Huge,
thing.
right?
Dynamic lighting, you can't see like the sight lines. I love it.
Yeah.
Like I really like the sight lines in this. So you're in the Copper Hands hideout. You've actually gotten past the DOS house. Didn't set off the alarm this time.
Woo!
Well,
That's because of my
you
skills.
can't,
as a rogue.
it's kind of happening right now. The setting off the alarm.
Yeah.
Uh,
We charged in as soon as we realized they were suspicious of us, but not really an alarm being set off.
Pretty much.
So I
Um,
just can't get over that that literally sneaking is just throwing something at the wall and then trying to run.
It's like,
hey, I had to come up with what I came up with.
look that way, and yeah.
And I'm not
Um,
too smart.
Classic
But-
Sherain.
Yeah.
Props for using props. I don't mind that.
Back,
um,
baby.
So we'll be back next week. We'll do our outros as well. And tomorrow we have Snoozy's going to be back with us again with character creation for Call of Cthulhu. All 6 of us. And we welcome back, says Caitlin, who's going to be in that game.
Wow.
And it's going to be interesting because we have to like build all these victims. And if we get connected to them, we still have to remember they are victims. So there's this whole big weirdness where you're also building a character background for your GM to change at any point when you start going insane. So it's
Different.
it's a very
I
different.
came up with all these lovely characters, these like suffragettes and like aging like silent film stars and bootleggers and like
And they're all going to die.
they're all going to die. They're all dead. They just don't know it yet.
Pretty much. So that's tomorrow. We're starting our Master Neothotep. The whole big announcement
Nice.
of that's the big Call of Cthulhu adventure we're doing.
Right. We've
really
been hearing about this for a long time.
So we'll do our outros. thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you for the gift subscription, Eurocroc. And it went to like Polly, so that's always nice as well.
Yeah, I like it. It makes me happy.
So the gift subscription center end up going to our cast, which is nice.
Yeah.
So Polly, if you'd like to do your outro, and we'll go across the bottom, I'll find who to raid.
I would. I'm Polly. You can find me at twitch.tv/Polly people if you like board games, or you like Polly, or you like just chatting, which I've now unveiled. Come see me. Basically, almost any day of the week now. I stream all the time. It's crazy. But while supplies last.
What? All supplies last?
That's right. Make your move now. You get 2 for the price of 1.
That sounds like something says Caitlin would say about her streams when supplies last.
Yeah,
when the
well,
button's turned on, that's when I'm streaming. Kind of weird. Anyway, Game Reaper.
Yeah, I am Game Reaper from Gathering of Nerds, and I have been playing Ezarek, the Kobold Investigator, who has been dabbling a little bit. Big reveal, now a wizard.
Yeah. He can throw chairs and buckets really powerfully. I did not expect a bucket to be thrown with the goddamn Vault Breaker ooze.
Yeah, right.
That was
That's
not.
cool.
That was dynamite.
It definitely did not contain what I thought it contained.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right?
That's the whole reveal. Is like, it's not that. But no,
Yeah.
you threw it at someone, which meant, holy.
Yeah, so he looked like he was going to throw it first. So
Oh yeah, he was going to throw it at you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
But he was
I
going to
was
prime
just
it
quick on the
first.
draw.
He was going to
Yeah.
throw something to you to get it to chase and eat, and therefore indicating you as a victim and a target. There's no target at the moment.
I probably knocked him out, and he accidentally spilt it all over himself.
All bad. All bad.
Oops.
Chibi.
Hi guys, I'm Chibi of Bespoke Character Creations, where I work as a full-time commission artist drawing people's tabletop RPG characters. You can find me here on Twitch on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 7:30 a.m. GMT plus 10, I think we are, where I usually work on commissions on live stream.
It moves
And today
around.
I was playing Tayla, our catfolk cleric, who literally can only see 2 people right now, so she just doesn't know what to do. Buff, buff, buff.
Just
That's right.
somewhere at the top of the stairs. Somewhere. Nick?
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick. You can't find me anywhere. I just want to point out that Ezarek is now a lizard wizard, and I am playing Ardsnap McElrose, your resident table flipper and ooze intersperser.
Aficionado?
Nice.
I would have said aficionado. It's not the first time we have had a lizard wizard, though. Snoozy?
I'm Snoozy.
And any outro, any promotional stuff or whatever? Or...
I don't know. Snoozy Games on YouTube, maybe sometimes, and maybe I'll do something on Twitch. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I'm playing Marcus, the handsome rat, and also he's the familiar of somebody.
Somebody else.
But mostly Marcus. Mostly Marcus. Marcus, the handsome rat.
Yeah. Not the worst outro we've ever had, so I won't say that's bad. So yes, tomorrow we've got Call of Cthulhu, and we also have, I believe, Dungeons and Dragons is back this week. I have got a package this morning, and I might do a reveal video as well, possibly tonight, because it's something I've been waiting on for a long time. I haven't even told people here what it is. I was going to do it pre-show this morning, but then I realized, oh no, I've got work to do, and then my eye started not working, so I probably actually have to go to the optometrist, because not being able to read is really hard to GM with when everything's in writing in front of you.
You probably want to get that checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the receptionist said. that I probably should do it right now and not do.
Yeah. Hope you feel better soon.
Yeah. We don't want to
Yeah.
see you rock up one day with just an eye patch and just be like, yeah, I had to go. Like,
Yeah.
Only pirate games from now
Yeah,
on.
right. I was about to say.
Only pirate
Karsh the
games.
pirate.
So everyone is playing Skull and Crossbones. Oh, no, Skull and Shackles.
Yeah, Skull and Shackles. Great adventure part, by the way.
I was almost going to play Skull and Shackles. It's really good.
Yeah, I would love to play that.
Yeah. My friend was waiting on the pawns, which never happened anyway. But anyway, we're going to be back tomorrow. Have a great day. We're going to be raiding Dice Priori, who've raided before. They are doing stuff.
Nice.
I'd know more if I
And
could
things.
read what stuff they were doing.
oh man, it was like nothing
Doesn't matter.
special.
Yeah.
If I could read it, I'd be able to tell you what stuff, but I can't read. I was lucky to be able to get their name. So we're going to be raiding them. Thank you everyone coming in. It's been amazing. It's been a struggle, but hey, we got through it. And thank you to Nick and for Snoozy for joining the game. We've got a long way ahead, and it's good to see that the chaos is going to continue with the new players.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.